and they tried to see which could crawl out, and I guess none of them ever was able to crawl out. Because if you think about that, it's, people like that. It's like everything. When you have everything, when you have comfort, you have money, you have a nice place to live. It doesn't have to be. It could even be like as long as you have a roof over your head, right? People don't really want to move forward
Yeah.
anymore because they have everything they want,
Well, this
and
is why
so
people don't revolt against the government. I mean, the government sucks. Most governments suck, but but revolutions don't happen until people are starving. Because as long as you've got basic comfort, it's not worth the trouble to kick out your current batch of assholes and replace them with a new batch of assholes. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
What's the saying? Any civilization is only 3 meals away from collapse.
yeah, something like that.
do you think comfort actually leads to people making evil choices because they can't actually expand their thoughts beyond their comfort zone?
No, I mean, there's a lot of smart people who are evil too. It's just intelligence and evil are not necessarily related. Although dumb evil people are more likely to succeed than smart good people, because good people tend to hold themselves back with morals and ethics, whereas it's very easy to lie and cheat your way to the top. The problem is it's just a matter of time before you get busted. And then and this is why you see a lot of bad people making lots of money for a short period of time, and then they get busted, and then they might be living great for 10, 20 years, and then eventually their rivals kill them, or they end up in prison, or anything like that.
That's
Um,
what something I learned as well is that I used to have extremely strong morals, but I realized that that was holding me back quite a bit. Now I still have my morals, but I'm sort of lenient on it to a certain degree because
well,
that protects
it,
me.
it's good to have morals, but you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, right? You
Yeah,
gotta
exact.
you
That's a
got
good way to say it.
and you also have to understand that when you're up against an adversary, um, you know, if your adversary's fighting dirty, then you have to make that choice. Are you going to fight dirty too? Or sometimes it's better to take the high ground and fight clean, even though it's harder, just so that you win the longer term victory. And sometimes it's better to fight dirty and just crush them. And so you have to think about what your long term goal is. Um,
I like to be positive until the person starts fighting dirty. Then I like to see if they're like going to be positive in any way, and if that doesn't work, then I try and secretly fight dirty too, but
well,
not let them know that I'm
well,
fighting
and
dirty.
fighting dirty
Yeah,
doesn't have to be dishonorable. You
yeah,
can. Uh, let's see, what is.
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to find.
You need to go far enough to protect yourself when
Try,
it comes to fighting dirty, at least.
Mm.
where
You
where
know, not
is.
not going whole hog and abandoning your morals, but take enough action to prevent the dirty person from completely screwing you over.
Yeah, realize we're all in this little pot of a game of life, right? Oh, so many people, so many different people with different thought processes and so on. All you can really count on is to protect yourself.
Why can't I find
Um,
the I'm trying to assign the game title to YouTube to make it searchable. Oh, here we go. Battletech
um,
2018. There we go. I found it at the top, and I'm just dumb.
Dude, you told me yesterday, and I attempted that when I made my stream today,
Uh huh.
is to just not be on Discord, like don't have multiple apps open and that thing. But I realized I was still echoing. Uh, I don't know what happened. Like, cause I had a what is it called?
Are you
What's this
using
thing?
OBS Streamlabs, or how are you
That is
stream?
exactly what I'm doing.
So
OBS.
you need to check your input, um, and and just play with it till you get it right. All right, here we go. So I haven't played Roguetech in a long time, and I really want to. And so that's what I'm doing tonight. and I don't even remember where I am or what I was doing or anything. I don't remember shit. Because I haven't played this game since January, apparently. I haven't streamed this since, like, January.
Oh,
So.
you're starting to get the old age affliction of CRS, huh?
Oh, no, I've had that for a long... What the hell, Rogue? No, I don't want to update the thing. I just want to play the goddamn game. Don't be popping me with pop-up messages saying, oh my god, your version's out of date. No, the last time I updated you, I had to start the game over, and I don't want to do that. No, I've had CRS since I was a kid.
What's that?
Can't remember shit. I have a bad short-term memory. That's why I write everything down. I actually had a really bad concussion when I had a bike accident about 15 years ago, and I fell on my bike. I was trying to do this jump on this trail out in the woods, and I landed in some mud, and the bike slipped out from under me. So I jumped off the bike, and my feet landed in, I tried to land in the mud, but my foot got caught in the spokes or something, and I ended up coming down hard, and this rock caught me right in the face, right underneath the helmet, knocked my ass out cold. And I don't know how long I was unconscious on the trail, because it was daylight when I was bike riding, and I woke up and the sun was already setting. It was already dusk, and I was in a lot of pain. And nobody had found me in the woods, so I ended up limping until I got to a 7-Eleven, and the people there were horrified. I went to the bathroom, my face was all scratched off, and I was bleeding everywhere. It was pretty rough, and they let me use the phone. I called a buddy of mine to come pick me up. I was in bad shape, and ever since then my CRS has been pretty bad. Apparently I dented my skull, so high adventure bike riding is great, but just be careful. Anyway, that's my bike riding story for today. I have no idea what I want to command center. Let's see if there's any. I've got missions, but I also need time to finish repairing everything. And then I need... Oh, Mr. Roberts is injured. I need a few days to go and fix things.
Never mind. I thought you were talking about that old celebrity.
Mr. Rogers from the neighborhood.
Yes, that was it. That's exactly what I was
no. This is, Mr. Roberts is not Mr. Rogers. Mr. Roberts is named after a Henry Fonda film about a World War II executive officer on serving on a transport ship, who I really liked when I was a kid, because the captain's an asshole and he's always pulling pranks on the captain, and then he eventually throws the captain's favorite palm tree off the deck of the ship. Eventually, he gets transferred to a destroyer and dies, which is very tragic. But I always liked Mr. Roberts as a movie, because Henry Fonda and all that. So
you should name one of your mechs Mr. Brooks and see if anybody draws connections to the movie.
Yeah. We will see. Dusty Scimitar. How many stars is my... I don't even know who I like and who I don't like.
Wouldn't old people only draw the connection? Or army veterans or something?
Oh, it's a solo duel versus planetary government.
Mr. Robert, probably.
That's what I meant.
I guess I could do a solo duel. I think I probably need a couple of days.
Who else has seen the Kevin Costner movie, Mr. Brooks?
No, I haven't.
I didn't expect you to. You don't watch this cinema.
I don't really watch a lot of stuff.
When I was a kid, my grandpa used to watch a lot of war movies, and he would always get really pissed off if I talked to him when he was watching his war movies.
Local government guys challenged me to a duel. It'll be worth some money. I don't really want to do a blackout mission, although I could. This would be an easy mission, just to kind of warm me up.
Yeah, and in my case, I could about count on the fingers of one hand the number of submarine movies Hollywood has put out over the decades that I can stand to watch, because the great majority of them are so ridiculous and so far away from real life that I either end up laughing my rear end off, or I just turn it off in disgust. It's like, this is junk.
Yeah.
I used to be able to watch Battleship, and I was going to do it last night, but then I got so mad at the people getting at the start of the movie, when the brother gets pissed off at the other brother. I was like, I can't watch this. Is this so much anger.
Is this that movie that came out a number of years ago about the board game?
Yeah, but they send a signal into space, and these aliens come to Earth to attack.
Yeah, I saw that movie once. It didn't seem to have anything to do with the board game, but it had a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing a handbrake turn in a Battleship, and I'm going like, yeah, right.
I mean, look, if you can do a handbrake turn in a Battleship, I mean, why not? That's...
I'll remember the USS Texas flooded its bilge tanks on one side to get a list so that it could fire further inland on Normandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 60,000 tons or better of ship. Moving it basically like on land would be like 40 miles an hour. And you think dropping the anchor, providing the anchor could even bother to grab into the bottom of the ocean and snap it like that. If it managed to dig in deep and jerk it like that, guess what's going to happen to that chain? They build weak links in there in case something bad happens. That chain, by all rights, if they had tried that and it actually grabbed shit, went snap.
Still, it's pretty cool.
I was trying to talk and I was muted.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. You gotta turn off that mute button.
Yeah, my roommate
Has
came
all
over
done
talking.
that.
Oh wait, can I have more? Can I have
Forget
more
being
units?
trolled. You just trolled yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. If you go to that movie with, and you already know ahead of time, hey, this is just some light B movie.
Oh, I can have
action entertainment, and it's nothing to do with real life. Then, yeah, it's okay to watch. But
that's how I basically watch most movies anyway, is entertainment.
Here we are.
Anybody
now. Entertain us.
Has anyone ever looked at the runtime of a movie and known it was going to be awful? Just off the runtime.
Lord of the Rings is not awful, but it has a long runtime. But I've looked at movies' runtime, never really cared for the awfulness.
I think most
Everybody
recently.
remember the movie Aragon from about 15
Oh
years
my
ago?
god, I remember
I
that
love that movie so much. I'm so
Too bad
pissed that
they
they
really-
didn't continue it.
Yeah, they
And I
kind of
hated the movie.
One of my favorite book series that
How
has
many
ever been made.
Oh
is
wow, I'm
the,
super light, aren't I?
Is the Spiderwick?
Oh, I love
Chronicles.
the Aragon book series.
Oh,
That
yeah.
movie was so not a representation of that book that it wasn't even funny. And when I saw that it had a 79-minute runtime to encapsulate a 500-plus page book,
Then you
I
knew it was
knew
not
it.
going to be good.
I think they're just. That's something I had a problem with at a young age, right? Like you read a book, and then you get so excited to finally watch the movie, and then they put a little bit of the stuff that's in there, but then they skip a lot of the major stuff. And I've always wondered about that. I actually asked a counselor, and they said, well, they have to put it in there because they want to provide an entertainment.
285 tons.
That's their goal.
in general, it's just hard to put a book into a 2-hour movie. I mean, any good books, anyway.
What do you all think about the How to Train Your Dragon movies?
Those were
Well,
entertaining.
Those
The
were
first
fun.
one was
Those were fun.
okay.
I mean, I liked it. I've seen the second one. That kind of.
They have absolutely
for the most
nothing
part.
to do with the bugs.
There's
Oh,
books.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize there's a book.
The books
Yeah, I
are
did.
completely different.
I didn't know there was books either.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Real talk. You know, like the stories of Cinderella and all these, and Rapunzel and all that. Hell, it's never like the original stories, because if they were like the original stories, I mean, you'd have kids basically throwing up or having.
Oh, this
nightmares.
should be good enough. Man, I'm so
The
slow at
books,
playing this game
Toothless
because I
is a
don't remember
tiny
shit
dragon
about
that
it.
can talk.
What?
I'm just so slow at
Toothless
this.
is
Oh,
Mark
you're talking.
first.
I was saying I'm so slow at trying to figure out this game because I haven't played this in months, and I don't remember how to do anything. I'm just having
Aren't
to
you
figure
playing
it out.
Dreadnoughts?
No, I'm playing the Harebrained Schemes turn-based Battletech game because I haven't played that in a while, and
Hmm.
I did Dreadnoughts last night. I wanted to play Battletech tonight, you know, the MechWarrior 5, but I passed out after the barbecue, and now it's kind of late. I mean, I didn't expect all you guys to be awake this late, to be honest. So I was like,
expect me to be awake.
I was like, oh, I'll just go play I'll go play a single player game. I saw Vorgath online. I'm like, I'll hang out with Vorgath and we'll, you know. Then everybody just starts congregating and showing up. It's like, oh wow.
And
but-
Vorgath's been online all day, so.
Yeah, he does that. It's because Vorgath has gotten screwed on his hours. Did you have any hours today or?
nope.
I think that sucks, dude.
Picked up my paycheck to ask if there's anything coming up. They said just keep an eye on scheduling.
Man, that's rough.
I told him you could always do something. He suggested like what is it, like the power washing stuff, right? I was like, you could always ask Mark if he could send you through the post a power washer.
Yeah, but they can't power wash in Canada because the water will freeze as soon as it leaves the power washer.
Oh, shush.
I mean, Vorgath only lives 10 miles away from Greenland.
I don't understand.
The joke is that Canada's cold.
Oh.
Does that mean he'll be able to watch the invasion of Greenland?
I mean,
Oh my! I can't believe that they wanted. Oh my god, that's just so stupid.
I have a lot of nuanced thoughts about Greenland. That it's all going to come down to how he does it. I think that it would be a very good idea for us to acquire Greenland in one form or another because of the strategic location and natural resources. Just don't start a war that we can't win in the process, because the American government has this bad habit of starting wars that we can't win.
Amen.
What is it, the Netherlands or Portugal?
Denmark.
Denmark, okay,
Denmark,
yeah.
And
They're gonna
let's
kind
be
of-
real. Nobody gives a shit about Denmark. I mean, I'm sorry, Denmark, but you don't
I'm
have
sure Denmark does.
you don't have Vikings anymore, and so nobody cares.
I mean,
Well,
you
German-
can still see Vikings with people with those long.
Actually,
beards.
did Denmark ever have Vikings? I guess they had Danes, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, the
Danes are-
Germans wanted
Danes are
Denmark
basically
more.
Vikings.
Never mind.
Danes are the bane of Vikings.
Yeah.
All systems nominal.
But
Yeah, for my part, just the last few months, I've been going, man, whoever dreamed up this simulation sure has a vivid imagination.
now I will say this: I absolutely loved the Canada 51st state thing because it was obviously never going to happen. It was obviously a troll, and so many morons on the internet just went ballistic over it. It's like, oh my God, they want Canada to be the 51st state. No, we don't want Canada to be the 51st state. Look at your voting record. We don't want any of that shit here.
Why do we need a second California, for God's sake?
That's right. I mean, everybody knows that we should liberate Canada.
California is worse than us.
Yeah,
One
that
place is hot,
actually
the
that's
other
probably
cold.
true. Everybody knows that we should liberate Canada and turn them into a Western ally again instead of a puppet of whatever the fuck they're doing.
It's pretty sad. As I'm from California, but I don't miss that place one bit, except for the weather.
There's a
The
lot of
weather
people
there
in
is pretty
California.
nice. Alright, so you know how it goes. Do a sweep, do some things, kill the bad guys, get the money. Alright.
Wait, is this like a tactic thing? Like
Yeah,
where
this
you
is,
have
this is
to make-
turn-based.
Oh.
Alright.
that looks
How the...
like freaking StarCraft graphics.
Alright, so... Now, one of the things I don't like about this is that the map function, like this map here, is kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't like the view.
It's really kind of shit. I'd like to just be able to hit B, pull up the overlay map, like in MechWarrior Online and MechWarrior 5. We've got this target zone here.
Need something, Chief?
Lagertha looks like a real person.
On my
Not
way.
some 3D made person.
Yeah, well. Let's get our Poltercat down here.
Affirmative.
And we got our hunchback pair. Cause you know what's better than a hunchback? Two hunchbacks. And then we got our
That was-
Raven.
That was just an educated guess. I'm glad.
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean that was just sort of
Moving to
that's
position.
kind of a no-brainer. And then we got our little Veritech fighter here, which is awesome, and we're gonna use this guy to go scout stuff. Cause look at this, like 13 evasion when I'm just zipping
Move order
along.
confirmed.
She doesn't do a lot of damage, and she's squishy. And I need 2 people in the target zone to capture it. Shit. Alright, I guess we're sending the Raven in.
Aye, aye.
Is there a way to like play this game and like where everybody can like sort of join you in that sort of like? How we
I
do on
wish.
Sundays?
I mean, you can do a standalone battle that's multiplayer, I think. Alright, so what's this douchebag here?
They have a mode where 2 people can.
So
Play each
light
other.
lerm turret. Well, that's
Hit
a,
points
s-
introduced
it's a
me to-
sniper turret. Sniper turret.
Pip once introduced me to a program that you can have a program running on your computer like a game or something, right?
Uh-huh.
And people can join through said program to interact via your game host computer, through internet program.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask you for the name of it. I wonder if it works with this though, because then we could play MechWarrior via this with you on Sundays too.
Anybody ever see those MechWarrior simulators that they had at Vegas? That they actually did.
Yeah,
tournaments on?
the battle pods.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, those things.
I'm jumping. Yes, I am.
I'm
What?
jumping. Yes, I am.
I love that. Good voice.
Jumping.
But though seriously, that sounds super cool. Like when you say pods, do you mean like you're sitting down in a chair?
Yeah, you
and
just sit. Yeah, you
everything
sit
in front
down
of you
in
is a
a.
screen?
Yeah, you sit down in a chair, and it's.
That's so
Lifting
cool.
off.
That's so freaking cool.
They don't catch.
Wait, oh my gosh, I can totally understand how that can feel like you're in the mech. Because you're in the pod, in the mech. Wait,
Yeah.
is that what Oh, that's so bad. How did they do it?
You're
Well,
the
I just, like-
They just have a screen and and the computer just built in and the controls just kind of built in. It's
Oh, so they didn't like project with,
Standing by.
projectors, because then
No.
onto the glass, because then that would totally work.
Imagine what they could do with the modern tech, because this was done
Yeah.
with 30 years ago tech.
yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
be very.
Yeah, screw them. Build our. We got to get rich enough to build our own. That'd be so freaking cool. Oh my god.
I really wish
Amazing.
Little Miss Raven had some jump jets.
Aren't some of the more sophisticated flight simulators almost like 3D nowadays?
Oh. You really could work with the with a projector actually that projected onto the glass and the glass was like a screen, and the glass.
You have
literally
160
closed.
armor and 100 structure. Do I want to use the bolt-on rockets and take it? Man, I don't want to take unnecessary damage. This is probably overkill. So let's see. This is going to do 25, 75, 150. No, I need to go for it. Alright, fine.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Take this guy out. There we go. I've got a bunch of one-off rockets on these
Smoke
things,
one.
and
Out of SRM.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Awaiting orders.
How much would it cost to build something like that, like a cockpit like that, where you just lay down and you push a button, and when you load into your mech, and it
Probably
views on the screen?
$10,000, $10,000 to build it right.
Depending how
I
sophisticated you are.
thought, yeah, it depends on. So like, there was this game in New York when I was growing up. It was in the 90s. That it was a spaceship game that you'd fly, and it was in a. You sat down in a battle pod and had these hydraulic pistons that would maneuver the pod around. So as you turned to the left, it would tilt the pod to the left and tilt the pod to the right and kind of shift you around so you could feel it. And you know, something like that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I could imagine you're laying down, right? And then
On the
once you
move.
load into the game and your mech, right? You just push a button and it actually loads you, like goes you from laying down to like upright when you're loaded into the mech, right? And then like there's buttons on these
Let's
joysticks
see
that
how you
have
like
like
this.
shield and all that, all of your weapons attached. I
There
feel
we
like
go.
that would be
Take
pretty
that
cool.
guy
Brought
out.
it down, Commander.
And then you'd have like you could use the joysticks like
Ready
you're
for
moving
orders.
them around, which turns your mech like torso twists and moves forward and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
It'd be
Moving
so
to
cool.
position.
But $10,000 seriously to build it right?
probably
that's
something like that.
The
Is
way I
that-
do it is I'd use a VR headset, and the torso twist and everything would be just your head turning.
Yeah. But the thing is, with the VR headset though, you're not going to get the same feel as the inside. You know, there'd be something nice about like physically sitting down in it. The biggest problem is a lot of these mech games don't have multi-monitor support, native.
Actually,
And
I actually did something like this similar to. So I get your point, Mark, but like literally, I was in a space simulator, you know, No Man's Sky. It's similar. You could hear and I had really heavy headphones on that like vibrated,
Jesus.
right? And also the controllers vibrated. So it was kind of like I was actually in there. You're in the ship and you have to turn a certain way with the headset. So I mean, it is actually like kind of. But I
Yeah.
get what
Right
you're
here.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you guys ever been on the Honey I Shrunk the Kids ride at I don't know if it's Universal Studios or Disney.
No.
I don't remember which. Anyway, so what happens is if you're in a ship, right? But everything around you is mimicking smell, hearing,
There we go.
sight, and all of that, to where like it's almost like you're actually there.
There's the second says up the hill. Alright, so where do I have to... I guess the best way is to go up this road. Yeah, let's go up the road.
Good to go.
Can you bypass all that by going like up the hill, like jump jets?
Yeah, you can. Although I don't know if my mechs are jumpy enough to do it.
Maybe scare them a little.
Hey there.
So there's a place called Battlefield Houston that has
All in ad.
mech mods. Pilot
Sorry,
mech.
You said pilot mechs? Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Like you're talking about those pods you climb into, Battletech. A
Yeah.
place called Battlefield
On my way.
Houston, they have those there.
Okay, was it
Affirmative.
like just, is there some sort of cost
Mhm.
thing? Or is it
It's like $8 for one game.
really?
I've thought about building something like that for the computer store.
And it looks like you can do like 60 minutes for $300.
Copy that.
For 10 players, 10 bottles of water for $300 for like a birthday party. 300 for 60 minutes or 400 for 90 minutes. So you run up to 8 pods at one time.
On it.
Moving out.
Roger that.
I mean, ideally, you'd want to do it for a game that people already,
Affirmative.
that other people are playing.
You don't really play games at the normal computers, anyways, even with the cyber.
Well, what I would do is I would build one as a demo, because I wouldn't be doing it so much to rent it out, but it'd be more so we could sell them. I mean, surely there's people who would be willing to pay some money to. You know, surely there's some people who'd pay some money to have their own battle pod for playing the games they like.
Confirmed.
LAN parties used to be cool, but now everybody has a computer that is interested
Moving
in all
out.
this stuff. So you got to go all the way out, like full-on VR. You know, something that they can't even possibly hope to get.
Well, I would say that LAN parties are more about the social experience, just hanging out and yelling at each other, and you know, and just a lot of people.
And ever since COVID.
A lot of people, I think, want to hang out with their friends.
Heading out.
And I think the younger generation just doesn't know what they're missing.
You know, a lot of these places,
Copy
like
that.
there's actually some places in Norman that as well as up in the city, that
Move order confirmed.
literally do that. You know, it would be worth it to just go up to said places and get some advice. You know?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the reality is that businesses are all about making, how much money do you make per unit of effort, right? And so I make more money. Like we helped this nice accounting lady get her data back, and I'll make more money recovering data off of her busted server than I would have hosting,
Moving to position.
5 LAN parties.
Right. But right now, like if you're just trying to get money to, if the store still needs money, like it's not the point.
Well, the business always needs money because I got to pay the bills. But so what the goal is that I want to make enough money doing the stuff that I have to do to pay the bills, and then have fun events for fun. Just because we're successful enough that we can just have fun and we don't have to worry about it, and that would be the goal.
I'm going.
Because when you're dependent on the fun events to make money, then it becomes a job and it's not really that fun anymore. It's like with me and the YouTube channel. I can play whatever game I want to and hang out with my friends whenever I want because I don't, I'm not making money from doing this. I don't have to worry about, am I going to piss somebody off by playing a game I don't like or making a rude comment about Denmark or whatever. But you get a lot of people who are dependent on the money they make from YouTube. And then it becomes a job, and then it's not fun anymore. Oh, that's interesting. Did I just trigger something? These murdering bastards found me. I watched them burn my wife and son. What the fuck? Alright, well, let's go kill them. I'm not gonna let you... Alright.
I know they. Does Pip still set up a magic tournament like every Monday?
Yeah, he does magic on Mondays, and alright, so we got the Destroy Invading Land. So these, what do we got here? Who are these assholes? We got an Owens, which that's sort of a small, crappy mech. We've got some sort of hovercraft, a Pegasus, that's not that tough. And we've got this Warrior Scout, he might have bombs, and I've got some radar blips. So let's get the Raven Can I get the Raven up this way? I don't know if I can or not. I bet I can.
The one thing I've known about Norman for the long time,
Confirmed.
and this is only after, you open the cyber hall and all that. Once I started just advertising the place
On
for
my
you,
way.
I realized something. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of people that live in the town that play D&D. But I didn't know because
Roguetech, fuck off. I don't want to update you. Go to hell.
I never knew about it until after that happened.
I haven't played D&D since 2nd edition.
Well, I mean, I'm considering running a Dungeons and Dragons game, either at the store or online, depending on how much time I have and what people want to do.
There was a whole group of people that were really interested, and I told them about your story.
Yeah.
I was like, because they were really interested in playing Dungeons and Dragons all the time, or they really wanted to get into it, but they didn't have a place to set up.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing, to have a place to set up.
I copy.
Yeah, and so that's so I was like, oh wait, I know a place where you guys can. I think you pay $5 or something to get in, and then you can hold your Dungeons and Dragons game, whenever. And that's what I told him. I was like, that's very interesting. Where's the place? And I told him about it. I don't know if they ever talked
On my
about
way.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't necessarily charge anybody to come hang out, and on Mondays if people want to come by and play D&D. Well, here's the thing. So let's say I get. So let's say I get. Let's say we fill up the whole store with Dungeons and Dragons players. Okay, let's say we put in 50 people. We get 50 people paying $5 a piece, right? Or let's say 40. Let's say 40 people paying $5 a piece to come in and play a game. That's $200. And that takes an awful lot of effort to deal with 40 people. We make the same $200 on average for a single computer repair, which takes us about 4 hours of work.
Right, but that $200 you just earned, can be used to actually pay another person to come in and
right. But the thing is, in order to host 40 people, I'll need probably 5 employees to keep an eye on them. So it costs me more money to do that. So what's a better plan is if I let people play for free, and they have to behave themselves, because if they don't behave themselves, we kick them out. If they tell all their friends and they tell 2 people to get their computers fixed at Norman Computers, we just made more money, and we're letting them play for free, and then we're not under the obligation of having to put in as much effort, because this is why a lot of game stores and venues and places fail, because they have to put in so much effort, and then it becomes a job and it's not fun. And so a lot of times it's better just to let people. Oh, you have a really high evasion.
You'd always put in a security camera, and I could
stinger.
Keep a watch on it.
Right. But remember, if it takes 5 people to keep an eye on, because there could be a fight, there could be whatever, and I'm gonna have to pay each of those 5 people, let's say $7.50 an hour, $8 an hour, right? And so let's say we're doing an all-day event. That let's say for easy math, let's just say I have to pay him $10 an hour, right? So I'm paying $50 an hour to babysit 40 people, and let's say they're gaming for 8 hours. We've lost money. But if we do it as a free event and we have some volunteers watching and helping out, I don't have to pay anything. I'm not earning any money from it either, but I'm generating good reputation. And then when they bring their computers in, we'll make the money off the computers. And then this is why I don't take any money from any of the events that we do. It's all volunteer and all free events. So like when Christoph hosts the concerts, the bands playing will charge whatever they want to charge, and then they organize whatever people to go run the events. But I don't take any money from it, and because frankly, the goodwill and the good public relations is more profitable, and it helps the community more than me trying to make $5 a person that comes in.
So in a very interesting way, you basically established your own free advertising service.
Right, exactly. Because if you think about it, before I was doing the cyber hall, I was having to spend a couple $1,000s a month on advertising. And
So it does actually work out that way?
oh yeah. So instead of spending the advertising money, I just offer a place for people to hang out and do cool things, and I write it off as an advertising expense, and it
But
generates.
that does actually help you. Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
come
no,
back to.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
get
smart.
not so much the people who come watch the bands, but the people who play in the bands. I kind of want to delay this guy. How do I delay you? How do I? Yeah, so the bands will advertise for us, and as long as they're well behaved, and and our rules are, you've got to police your own stuff, you've got to fix anything that you break,
Roger that.
and if your people are assholes and make a mess of things, then we're going to not. We're gonna not let them, let them back.
That's a very smart thing.
Standing
Yeah,
Like, I
by.
could
so-
actually go sell ceramics and have someone actually make free food.
Yeah, I
Gotta
mean,
buy
because
ceramics.
and so because it's an event, and I'm not really affiliated with it. I'm just letting people use the space for free. It also limits my liability as well, because a lot of times the liability is greater than the potential profit. So this is why a lot of venues and game stores and stuff fail, because there's not that much money to be made anymore. It's not the 90s. And so
Affirmative.
I have a profitable business, and if people advertise for me because we're cool and we let people hang out, this is why, like the Oklahoma Space Alliance, the guys that are going to be doing their presentation there tomorrow, we don't charge them anything to be there, right? And so Christoph volunteers his time to set up the TV and set up the conference room for them to do their presentation. It's open to the public, so people can come in and watch the show for free. And we get customers referred to us by the Oklahoma Space Alliance people. They've been sending customers our way for 15 years. And so we're just, so we help them out and they help us out. And helping each other out is the foundation of civilization.
What time do they start tomorrow?
2 o'clock. So we're on Main Street right across from the high school. I'll be there. If you want to come by and hang out, come on by.
Yeah, pull up in the blue noisy Challenger.
Yeah. So, good stuff.
I'll be right
Unless it's
back.
gonna rain, then I'll drive the
Restaurant.
cameras.
But yeah, no, if you guys want to come by and they put on a pretty good show. One of the guys is a Boeing engineer, not one of the ones that doesn't know how to put in rivets and have doors fall off. He's actually a good Boeing engineer. And man, he talks so much shit about some of the bad people at Boeing that I don't want him to lose his job. But no, they do a really good job.
My aunt worked for Boeing for years.
Roger
That's
that.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
I thought I'd probably just, after this Airbnb, I'll probably just move to another one. That gives me time to get transportation and save up for land and everything.
Who the hell dropped landmines everywhere?
They dropped land.
What the fuck? This isn't Afghanistan. We don't want landmines. I gotta drive over that shit.
I didn't even know MechWare had landmines.
Yeah, these assholes
there's
dropped.
Is that a long
Cam.
time? I think it's out of a long time, isn't it?
No, these are those like thunder mines where they're irritating, or the fast cams. These are
Yeah.
fine. If you
Fast
guys,
cam?
yeah, there's different types of mines.
Are those robots that are dropping those? Because that's what they look like, flying robots.
Yeah, well,
It's
some
a
of these.
helicopter.
I really want to blast the shit out of this helicopter. Well, I guess he doesn't have any bombs on him, so I don't have to worry so much about that.
Well, I'll be right back.
All right.
Standing by.
Right back.
All right, so I'm just gonna reserve. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let you move your helicopter.
Some gathering Solomon lives here in Oklahoma as well.
Yeah.
Good to go.
He lives up in Del City.
Ah.
He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. All right, so what?
Pick up cars there too.
So did you move already? You kind of did.
There's only one place I know, like you were talking about, is there's a It's on Southwestern, I think. The gaming store that has space for people to.
Yeah, you're talking about Games HQ, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are cool people. The
Yeah,
thing is that Games HQ has to make money, right? They gotta
Yeah.
go pay that. They gotta go pay their bills.
Do they charge people to set up in there?
Not usually.
I've never done anything in there as far as that goes, because I don't know anybody.
I don't think maybe they rent tables. I mean, I've gone there for like events and stuff. I haven't actually gamed at Games HQ for a while. But you know, they're cool people.
Yeah, I've been there. I bought stuff from them before. Even before they moved, I've been going in there before they moved locations.
Yeah, no, they're good people. And we used to do a bunch of RPGA stuff up there back in the day.
I sold them all my Magic cards.
Pulling the trigger. Mm-hmm.
Pulling the trigger, But no, running a game. I used to work at a game store back in the 90s, in the late 90s. It's hard work, and there's not a lot of money involved. It's
Receiving you.
somebody, a very wise person, also known as my grandfather, told me that one of the secrets in life is to have a job that makes enough money to let you do what you want to do and gives you enough free time that you can, that you can still do what you want to do. And
their life.
right, and so a lot of it with the can I jump? I guess I'll jump up here. So with the computer store,
Jump jets.
it makes good money. You know, not great money, but it makes good money. It gives me enough free time that I can do what I want to do
Commander.
without being too much of a hassle. What does this Owens have? He's got ER Smalls and a light PPC. This Warrior helicopter has...
I can't remember in Roguetech if they kind of nerfed the Marauders' sniping ability.
a little bit. I mean, a little bit.
Because in the base game, you could headshot everything with a Marauder.
Yeah. 24 to hit the helicopter. All right, Mr. Helicopter, you are going to get fucked. Just so you know.
Get bent, bitch. I was trying to watch my language.
That's okay. We're not monetized.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
you know, I heard people talk about that, but I watch people that are monetized and they cuss all the time.
Yeah, eat this, nerd.
Affirmative.
That didn't do nearly as good as I thought it would.
Yeah, the video's a little delayed over what you're talking.
Awaiting orders.
Talking to you guys,
On
especially
the move.
listening to you talk about certain things, Mark, always gives me really freaking good ideas.
Well, I'm glad. I hope I can help.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't lead to blowing up the moon one day, but
I don't plan to blow up the moon.
Yeah, we
I'm
kinda
just
need-
making a joke.
We kind of need the moon right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't blow the moon up.
Target confirmed.
Well,
If you want to move up there, that's a different story, but don't blow it up.
dude, I remember one time we were talking about building a ship to go to the
Ready for
asteroid belt.
orders.
Oh, the stories I hear around you, the cool ideas.
Well,
It's
this
just
is-
so
No
so
shoot.
interesting.
One of the things that I like about my group of friends, or about my life, is that I tend to attract a group of interesting people with a lot of different ideas, and
Weirdly
everybody
enough, so do I.
everybody somehow gets along, which is
Ready
really
for
nice.
orders.
I try
Yeah.
to get along with anybody. If you're a dick, then I just leave you alone. That's all there is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same way.
Oh, I can't. Speaking of dick, I can't hit dick with this guy. I guess we're gonna reserve. All right. Well, fine.
Acknowledged.
Have you considered you're not aiming in the right area?
Well, he doesn't have line of sight for what I want to do.
Yeah.
I see.
All right.
I
So.
guess he's not aiming for dick.
Roger that.
All right. Mr. Helicopter, you are gonna get fucked now.
is that guy's health?
Oh, I can't fire indirectly with the anti-aircraft missile. That sucks.
Hey, the thing over the person's head, is it health or is it just like heat? For example, the white stuff over.
Oh, that's their
over
armor, and the gray is their structure.
Oh, interesting.
Firing at him.
Firing at him. That didn't hit very well, did it?
Suppose not.
Well, when I first started playing this game that you're playing now, I wasn't too familiar with the vehicles and Battletech. I didn't really run them too much.
Standing
Man,
by.
first time I saw an SRM carrier was like half a dozen eating.
Oh, SRM carriers are serious shit.
Yeah, they are.
They're squishy, but they are serious shit.
On it.
Yeah, they are.
All right, let's.
Then I acquired some Battletech books from Game HQ and looked in there and like, oh, those are real. They suck.
They are. I don't know if I want to fire my.
Bolt-on rockets.
This is
Yeah.
gonna sound like a very dumb question, but I
Screw
feel
it.
like
Let's
you
take
guys
this
are the right
asshole
ones.
out.
You guys are the right.
Locking on.
When
Oh.
it comes to building things, is it better to use like screws or like
I'm
weld
out of short
on
range missiles.
one of those like flat rivet type of stuff?
It
where you can't
depends.
actually take it off.
So, like for aviation,
building?
apparently they use those rivets. They use rivets because they can handle vibrations and fluctuations better.
Because I was going to ask if you're building something that can handle space. What would
It-
happen with the screws?
Well, so if you're building something for outer space, you're probably not using screws. You're probably going to either do some rivets to handle the components that are going to vibrate. Welding or doing a solid, large solid piece. It's it's hard because space is a difficult environment.
Yes, Commander.
And my dad worked in the space industry a long time ago, but he passed away, so I can't ask him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Part of life, man.
Commander?
Supposedly, what I was thinking of is called head rivets. Because I see those a lot of machinery. And I've always wondered why they don't use screws, I guess.
Well, because so in for space stuff or for aviation stuff, a lot of times they don't use screws because the hold on, I need to find a better. Would you not?
It's hard to not focus.
There we go.
On the stream and talk at once.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out where to position this guy. The
I stream, I know.
different types of attachments are going to be better for dealing with vibrations. Let's just go. Let's see if we can take this guy out.
So,
So is that
There
what they
we
use
go.
the
No
math
more
for?
helicopter. What?
enemy
Is
down.
that what they like use the math for, to know what type of screws and all that to put in something due to the environment? and
So like
how
the
much strength
welding
it
could
can handle?
potentially be stronger depending on how you do it, but different types of materials, like on steel, welding's really good.
Aye, aye.
But on like aluminum, welding's more difficult.
See,
Oh, I can
I
get
want to know.
back
Yeah,
shots.
aluminum's so much softer, it's hard to weld it.
Yeah.
My point is, like, I sort of can understand logically
Oh, there we go.
why they put rivets in it to in space.
Firing at
What I
enemy
want to know is if they put screws in it.
So for a
would
lot
it
of
handle
space
space?
stuff, they'll use a lot of adhesives. So like the heat
Possible
shield
limits.
tiles on spaceships
No
are
short-range missiles remaining.
are adhesived on using a special type of adhesive.
Yeah.
I know that, you told me that in a story.
And so a lot of times stuff will be
Waiting for orders.
laminated together, forming kind of single single
Careful,
system.
deniers don't think adhesives work in space.
A what?
Deniers don't think adhesives work in space.
Oh, you talking about your flat Earth people?
Well, I thought
Oh,
space
yeah.
was I thought space was a vacuum. Doesn't it just suck it off?
No.
Roger that.
Vacuum does not suck. Get that out of your head.
You've never used a vacuum?
So the reason
See, that's moving air.
So
Vacuum
the
does not suck.
reason it seems like vacuum is sucking is because it's actually the high pressure air getting pushing itself out into the vacuum where there's negative where there's negative pressure. There's
It's
nothing
not
to
negative
hold it.
pressure, it's zero pressure.
Or zero pressure. Yeah, but the difference in pressure is lower outside than it is inside. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
So in layman's terms?
Yeah, basically kind of sucks.
It's the air that's pushing things into the vacuum, not the vacuum pulling things into it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're over. How the hell are you?
So,
Go there.
if it doesn't push things pull things out, then why not use screws in space?
Screws don't deal well with vibration.
Vibrations when you're launching.
Yeah, so screws are really good for like houses because houses don't really vibrate that much.
Right. So
Just in
this is
California.
more about the vibration when you're launching into
Standing by.
space.
Right.
Yes, Commander.
Doesn't the thing that actually doesn't like the actual astronauts what they're in not even stay in the thing that just falls behind? So it doesn't really even matter if part of the ship is
Roger
screwed.
that.
If it just,
Well, no, because you don't want things to vibrate apart.
I mean, there's probably screws on the internal elements, cockpit stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah, it depends on which part of the spaceship and what it's going to be, what kind of forces it's going to be
Awaiting orders.
dealing with.
So let's say the top part of the ship is where all the astronauts are, right? The bottom part is what gets you up in space, and you get to the space, and then the bottom part falls away. But the bottom part needs to handle all the vibrations, so it has all the rivets, but the top part is just made of screws. Would that work? Because all the bottom part.
Screws would be used for like some of the internal stuff, or sometimes
The
things
bottom
might be
part
snapped in
vibrates
place
while
also.
it's attached to the top part, then the top part's going to vibrate too.
Wasn't there like some sort of thing that they can put to that can actually handle like fix that? So
Firing a
the
full
vibration
salvo.
from the bottom goes to the top?
I think the best thing to do is just Google how to build a spaceship or how they do it. 'Cause we're all just kind of guessing here.
Commander.
Well, I mean,
I'm mainly just pulling situations out of my ass
Yeah.
to ask you guys about your opinions on certain things. Which gives me
it also depends on, are you building a spaceship that's only going to be in space, or something that's going for re-entry or only going from the ground. So, like on some launch rockets, disposable launch rockets, they only need to go from the Earth into space, right? Or then you have some of these capsules that have to just go from space and land back on the planet, and then you have different vehicles that only ever exist in space, and those three are very different circumstances. Or you'll have something that goes from the ground up into space, flies around, and comes back down. So those are vastly different situations.
I
And
would,
so,
I would say the Voyager space probe, where things is like way the fuck out there. It's probably got a lot of screws in it.
yeah, because it's not vibrating. It's just hanging out in space.
And also when it was built, like 30,
Here
40
you
years
go.
ago, whatever, how long it's been out there now.
Like about 50.
Is it 50 years now?
Yeah, Voyager's is old. Yeah,
Like
Voyager's
in like
is old.
Seventh grade when they launched it.
Receiving you.
Can you build a ship like not like specifically like a rocket, but like a jet or something that can actually go into space on its own and
Aye, aye.
propel
Well,
itself through space?
So jets work differently than
Lower,
rockets. So
lower.
jets suck in air in the front and blow the air out the back. In space, you have no
There's no-
air to suck in, so you've got to have your own
Exactly.
propellant that you have to
Alright,
carry
let's-
with you.
Right. Okay, so it has its own propellant.
Standing by.
Yeah, then
here's what
it becomes a rocket.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put this another way. You have a rocket. a line that's like straight up, right? Like if you stand your phone straight up, right, and then it just goes straight up, right? You have a jet. While it's in the atmosphere, it can go sideways, it can go this different ways, but it's not like specifically designed like a rocket. It's like a triangle or something, right? But when it gets to the top of the atmosphere, where the rocket goes out of the atmosphere, right, it can actually go past the atmosphere. This is what I'm talking about. Is there anything that is it possible to do something like that?
Well, you could build something that's like multi-staged.
Oh, so you have to have some. You can't.
So like,
okay. Like
so
the
you
X-Men
could,
jet.
yeah. So you could have like a jet that gets you up into high, or to high atmosphere, and then you fire the rockets to get the rest of the way into space. You do something
So
like that.
It's like the jet, the stuff that makes it propel through the sky, but you have to like have an extra type of.
Well, it's a separate engine typically.
Oh.
Now you could do something. You can have like a rocket engine. That you travel around in the atmosphere and then also into space, and that's how most normal rockets work.
Would sound waves, like very, very loud sound waves, be enough to push off into space?
No, because sound waves is really just the pressure wave of the atmosphere vibrating as something moves through it or causes it to vibrate.
But let's say, could you actually use it? Could you use a speaker to, actually be so loud that it provides thrust and force to push you around?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because how a speaker works is that when it's making the sound, it's pushing out and then pulling back in and pushing out and pulling back in, causing a ripple. And so, while you could get a speaker to kind of bounce up and down off the table, let's say, because it's pushing back in after it pushes out, it's not going to ever get anywhere. It's like,
right, but if you put like a plug kit where it could catch that, couldn't it? Like,
well, no, because it's a ripple wave, and so for every pulse out, it's having a pulse back in, and so it's constantly countering itself.
Yeah, it would take a
I did hear something about an ion drive that was powerful enough to launch off the surface.
Yeah, now you could do an ion drive now, but ions are basically a rocket where it's taking mass that you already have in the spaceship and shooting it out the back. It's doing it electromagnetically rather than chemically.
Wait, what if you put the sound through sort of like a vacuum tube and...
Sound is not a force. Sound is an effect. Sound is just an effect that you have when something vibrates.
So it's not possible to use sound to propel yourself?
No, because you're confusing cause and effect. Sound is an effect, not a cause. Now you can use a sound, because a sound wave is
sound
just
frequencies, I meant to say.
Right. All that is just the air vibrating, or a material vibrating. So it's not anything that you can use to push off of, because it's just the effect of what happens when something else is already vibrating.
Huh.
It's like if you wiggle a knife back and forth, are you going to propel yourself with that? No, because you're just wiggling it back and forth. That's all sound is. Sound's just the air wiggling back and forth.
Back in high school, right? We had speakers and we put like Jello on it. And it made it go up and down.
Right, it's up and down because it's vibrating the air. But it's going up and then down. It's not only going up and pushing away. It's just going up and down. Now, if you have something sitting on the speaker and it vibrates hard enough, sure, maybe the Jello would fly off the speaker, but that's a one-off. That's a one-off push. You're not getting continual thrust off of that.
right now.
So screw it being able to provide thrust or something. Doing that, couldn't it provide continuous energy if you use the sound as and it pushing something back and forth since it goes back into itself?
Well, sound's not
energy.
Sound's not an energy. Sound. Remember, sound is an after effect. It's not a causational thing.
I know it's not, but you could use the if you were to use magnets or something for it to push that off because it did the same with the putty, right? So it could do the same like that, and then you could use that physical force going up and down to generate energy, right? Or am I wrong?
On the move.
Well, sound is just transferring. Sound is just a vibration wave through the air. You're not really going to. I mean, you might be able to. Let me think about it. You might be able to get a little bit of thrust. Just push it. Let's say you had a sail. You might be able to cause a little bit of wind with sound, but I don't. It would take a lot, and I don't. It wouldn't be very efficient, and because all you're doing is, and it depends on how you vibrate the. So, like, let's say you're running a fan, right? Let's say you're blowing a fan. You hear the fan because it's vibrating the air, creating the sound wave that you hear, but that sound is generated by the moving air particles. So would you quit fucking telling me to update? I'm not gonna goddamn update you. I just want to play the fucking game. Quit fucking telling me, Roguetech. Fuck you. Go to hell and let me play the goddamn game and quit interrupting my game to tell me, oh my god, there's a new version. Let us update so you can lose all your saves. No, I don't want to.
So,
armor it is.
There we go.
Sound like air to move
One
things?
less target.
Yeah, so like if you're already moving air, you know, you can hear the wind, right? Because it, you know, the air is moving and that creates a sound wave that you can hear. Because all sound is just your ear picking up the vibrations in the air.
So the vibrations of a very, very, very loud speaker couldn't be enough to cause the fan to move.
No, you're not going to move anything with a speaker. Now you can create sound with a fan. Rockets I mean, things that cause the air to vibrate will create sound as an after effect. But just remember, sound is an after effect. It's not a cause. Sound doesn't cause things.
Okay, can you use a magnet to make a fan move like indefinitely?
Well, yeah, it's an electric motor. It's not going to be indefinite. You know, perpetual motion doesn't work. Because of resistance.
On my way.
But you can but an electric motor is just basically a series of magnets that get activated in sequence because of the electricity pulsing it.
There's no way to create a perpetual motion machine.
No.
Like switch to it to where.
No.
No, because if you want to generate.
Because entropy's a bitch.
Yeah, but if you want to generate any kind of power with something, it's got to have some resistance to generate.
Yeah, the reason perpetual motion doesn't work is because entropy hates you.
Entropy define?
Entropy is part of thermodynamics. It's basically the universe tends to go from a more complex state to a simpler state.
Confirmed.
To where everything kind of evens itself out. And everything eventually dissipates evenly.
Oh, I'm looking this up now. So
yeah.
When I type it in layman's terms, it doesn't make perfect sense. A measure of disorder or randomness in a system.
Right.
Scored a critical.
So
because you can't generate power for free, basically.
Yeah.
System to measure the disorder.
There's a great oh, let me see if I can find it. Hold on a minute. I have a let me see if I've got there's my be right back. Let me see if I can find this meme that I have. I think I have it saved in on the server. Let me check. It's a great explanation of entropy. Entropy. Here we go. Let me go make this bigger. Alright, so entropy, the ultimate thermodynamics game. You can't win, you can't break even, you can't even quit the game. That's entropy. That's why perpetual motion doesn't work. Right there. I'll post this on the Discord server too. But because of entropy, we don't get to have nice things.
Is it only because a person hasn't figured out how to bypass it and they gave up?
No, this is a fundamental law of the universe. So if you're not happy with entropy, go talk to God.
Okay.
I mean, that's literally it.
I thought Bill Gates was retiring.
Fuck Bill Gates. Anyway.
Now, say we could pull energy from another younger universe.
Yeah. Now,
fuck it.
Now, so there is an idea that our universe might be an open system to where energy could come from one universe to another, in which case you could theoretically have a perpetual motion machine in this universe because it's being powered by energy from another universe, and you're draining the other universe. But then entropy still works because if you look at it from the larger open system of a multiverse, multiple universes, entropy still increasing across the multiverse because energy is being transferred from one universe to another, and you're still losing energy in the process. So perpetual motion still doesn't work.
Speaking of energy and across universe, how come we haven't sent to Wi-Fi cameras or something all the way to the side of black holes? Had some of them go in, and then be able
Because
to
the nearest
trace the signal.
black hole is several
Well,
thousand light years away.
Because then if it doesn't trace the signal, it
well,
proves
that's
that it kills everything.
that's not even it. So what happens is that
And nothing comes out of a black hole.
well, it's even worse than that. So as localized gravity increases, time effectively slows down. So as the camera gets closer and closer to the black hole, time is effectively slowing down. Your signal getting sent back would get longer and longer and longer as it redshifts until it basically becomes undetectable and blends in with the background noise of the universe. And basically, we just wouldn't live long enough to ever see the signal, even if it was possible for something to escape the black hole because of time dilation.
So
You can blame Einstein for that.
Are black holes and wormholes the same, or are wormholes just theoretical?
No, so we're not sure if wormholes exist. A wormhole is theoretically where two distant points connect through essentially a cheat. Oh, hey, are you on the ground? That sucks for you. I'm going
Wormholes
to...
are hacks in the universe.
Is this what people came up with when they were just pissed off at black holes?
No, it's just...
Scored a critical hit.
Wormholes would be like
Relativity seems to indicate they are possible.
Wormholes are basically like the
Not
door to
like-
Narnia.
Right. So if they're possible, how can you test it?
You gotta find one.
You can't create one if it's a theory.
Roger.
It would take a tremendous amount of energy,
Figure out how.
and we're not sure how to do it. It's probably possible to make a man-made wormhole. It would probably take an awful lot of energy. Like a black hole amount of energy. And we're not really sure how to do it, even if we could generate that much energy.
That seems sketchy. Like a scientist would not say something like that.
Well, I am a
That-
scientist, and I'm
all
saying
that
something like that.
I'm sorry, but a person's obviously I get it. Science, you don't know everything, but that's why you test things.
Right.
know?
But so when you're studying science and you're trying to, so one of the things we learned in one of my intro physics classes is super early on. If I want to do an experiment, before we do the experiment, we build a mathematical model, and we can test the variables. We can test the feasibility by setting the variables. What happens if the variable's at infinity? What happens if the variable's at 0? What are the outer bounds of the experiment? And that gives us an idea of where the experiment's going to lay. It's like when if a customer wants me to know how much is a computer going to cost, I can tell them that the computer's going to cost somewhere between, $0 and $10,000, let's say, because I know that nothing's cheaper than free, and anything more than $10,000, they're not going to be willing to buy it, right? It gets very hard to build a computer more than $10,000 unless you're starting to get some crazy shit. So I know that any computer I build is going to be within that range, so that gives me the balance for my experiment. So then, for example, let's say I want to measure the speed of a marble rolling down a hill when it gets to the bottom of the hill. I can set up equipment that'll detect the marble up to a certain speed. I know the marble's not going to go past the speed of sound, for example, because that'd be ridiculous. So I don't need something that can detect super, super fast moving objects, because I can just do the math, and I know that if the marble's starting 10 feet up on the hill, its potential energy is only so much, and if that's all converted to kinetic energy with no friction at 100% efficiency, this is its maximum possible velocity at the bottom of the hill. And then I can roll the marble down the hill, and I know that the range is that the velocity at the bottom of the hill is going to be between these two results, because I know what the maximum possible mathematical velocity is, and the minimum is going to be, 0. It gets stuck, it doesn't roll down the hill.
So you're working within your range.
Right, and so when you're doing an experiment, you're going to build a range. So when it comes to building a wormhole, we already know that in order to break the fabric of the universe requires an awful lot of energy, because you're essentially having to tear the universe effectively, right? And we can observe these things in nature with like black holes, supernovas, things like that. Mm-hmm. And so we know that roughly speaking, you would need a supernova amount of energy to tear a hole in the universe to go essentially get from one point to another to create a wormhole. It would be somewhere in that magnitude with our current knowledge and technology. Now, there could be another way to do it. You could
do it like on
so our perceived universe is a four-dimensional time-space reality. You've got your X, Y, and Z axis in the physical world, and then T for time, and those are all perpendicular to one another. And so you could theoretically travel in a fifth perpendicular direction, but we don't know how to do that. Mathematically it's possible, but from a practical standpoint, that's not something that we're really set up to do.
So that's something else besides time, space, and all those different things you said, right? That people haven't figured out yet.
Well, it's not that people haven't figured out, but it's like, your reality. We perceive a four-dimensional universe. Our X, Y, Z axis, and time, and all of those are perpendicular to one another. So mathematically you can draw it out. Just like if you're looking at a three-dimensional space, X, Y, and Z in a static universe, X, Y, and Z are all perpendicular. You can draw a square in between each of these three axes. And then you add time, and that's the flow of our existence as through our lives. What the hell do I even want out of this stuff?
What if we could actually... being able to... If you could see all spectrums of light, could you perceive different...
Well, light's just an electromagnetic wave, so there's not really any fundamental difference between a radio wave and a light wave and an X-ray. It's just a different frequency. It's just at a different wavelength.
If we could only perceive certain certain dimensions of the universe, and there's more dimensions that we can't perceive, wouldn't we just need to make...
Well, mathematically, it's theoretically possible that there would be more dimensions. We have no way of measuring it because we exist in a four-dimensional time-space reality. We have no way of perceiving a fifth dimension, a fifth perpendicular dimension, because we just don't have we're just not built for that. We can mathematically simulate it with a computer. We can mathematically conceptualize it. I can think about what a five-dimensional object would look like. 6 dimension starts to get really painful, and so I try not to do that. Let's get some ER Lerm ammo.
So we can use the computers to compensate for our lack of perception.
Right, we can do computer simulations.
A device that can do it for us.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm about ready to fall asleep here, so I'm gonna call it a night here, guys.
Right on. Well, thanks for hanging out.
Sorry, this is my fault. Bringing up deep
No,
stuff.
that's okay.
No, one of the most common arguments I get from flat earthers is that we have never tested, measured, or anything to do with gravity. Never been tested, never been measured.
Oh, we've done lots of tests with gravity and time dilation, bending of space. They have these really, really long tunnels with a laser firing down them.
Legos.
Yeah, and you can use those to measure at a very, very fine precision.
Here's what you do. You get yourself a flat earther. You take them with you to the grocery store. You pick up an apple and be like, "Here, catch. Explain that to me."
Or you take a flat earther,
Electrostatics.
you launch him into space, or you just simply ignore him.
Oh, we need to build like a
CGI.
launcher for that.
Yeah, just take
Oh,
a flat earth or climb to the top of a mountain. You can see that the earth is round. The ancient Greeks knew that the earth was round. The ancient Egyptians knew that the earth was round. How did they know? Because they had fucking mountains in ancient times, and you stand on top of a mountain, you can see that there's a curvature to the earth, and if you're not a retard, you're like, huh, that looks like the planet's round. And so
just perspective.
and then you push the flat earther off the top
And
of the
the
mountain,
limits
and then
of
it
how
solves
far
the
we
and
can
it
see.
solves the and it solves the problem.
dude, that would work. All
They
you'd have to
come
do
up
is-
with the most ridiculous excuses for everything.
all you got to do is give him a flight suit and put him in a launcher that launches them into the air.
Well, that's because flat earthers are dumb. Actually, I think a lot of them are just trolls. A lot of them are probably like paid government trolls to keep people like Vorgath from doing
Hey,
useful things.
That reminds me.
Because
I've always
Vorgath
wanted
spends
to-
so much of his time wasting his time arguing with flat earthers. You know, you could be getting a second job. You could be starting a
Probably.
business.
I'm looking
You could be
for a
traveling
job.
the world. You know, you could be fighting moose with a spear. You could do lots of things that are more useful in the long term than arguing with flat earthers on the internet.
Hey,
Or
I've
at least
always wanted
record arguing You know what you ought to do, Vorgath? Here's what you ought to do. You ought to live stream arguing
So
with flat
many of
earthers.
those
Live
there are
stream
so many
arguing
of
with
those
flat
channels on
earthers.
YouTube.
And, well,
or go ahead.
no, okay. Well, it's a live stream arguing with flat earthers on the internet, and then go make some money, go monetize your, go monetize your YouTube channel, and make your $500 a month or whatever. People, I don't know if anybody. I mean, I wouldn't pay to watch you argue with flat earthers because I don't give a shit about flat earthers enough. But, and I'm sure a lot of these flat
People do.
earthers.
People do.
I'm sure a lot of these flat earthers are just trolling you. And then also keep in mind that statistically speaking, whenever you if you were to ask a group of 100 people a question, regardless of how regardless of the type of question, probably a quarter of them would get it wrong anyway. Just because, I mean, probably a quarter of the people on the planet still think that Elvis is alive, if they even remember who Elvis is. So,
Mark, we got to do this at some point in time where we just like have a stream where we like talk about deep stuff. Like
what do you think we're doing right now? I'm playing Battletech and we're talking about deep stuff and
right.
flat
Never mind.
earthers.
See, I always viewed it as like both of us were sitting on a couch with our knees crossed, like the old philosophy starting.
Yeah, but I don't have a pipe and a beard.
Yeah.
I got the beard covered.
Yeah, Vorgath's got the beard covered. I don't know if he's got a pipe.
You got to bring your dad in on a
pipe.
lot of these conversations.
Dad has no desire to talk to flat earthers. He just thinks they're dumb and he's not going to waste his time.
Didn't mean that, but okay.
How's it taking so long to fix the... Oh, only 3 more days to fix the Marauder. That's not so bad. So I need... I'm gonna go save the game. I will be right back, guys. Give me just a minute. I have to go use the little Mech Warriors room.
Need something?
No, I don't need something, Yang.
Talk to you later.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Hey guys, my printer's coming in today, and I already have the paper to be able to make pictured T-shirts if I wanted to. Imagine walking down the street with a T-shirt that says, "What are you looking at?"
People already make those shirts.
Yeah, but they don't have my creative spirit. I can single-handedly annoy a whole group of people Give me about 20,000 people, I can piss them off so easily. I've got suspended on things before for doing that. Oh, I swear, people could hire me to incite a mob. I'd be so good at it. Uh, you could have the most happiest, loving people on the entire earth. Put them in one room, and I could piss them off that quick. I mean, I'm apparently insanely gifted for it. Imagine what I could use that ability for on a t-shirt. Oh, dude, imagine the people who want to beat me up. It'd be like free fighting training. Oh, boy. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Dude, I could piss so many people off. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Do exactly what you guys were talking about. I'll make a t-shirt that says, "The earth isn't flat. Prove me wrong." Or transgender isn't a real gender. Prove me wrong. And you just bring in all the crazies. We have a debate. After the debate, I'd be like, "Come with me. Be my
You see,
follower."
the thing is, transgender is a thing.
I know. I just wanted to cause a bunch of drama stuff. I did the science on it after starting a debate with someone and realized, oh shit, I'm wrong. But I think a lot of these people still are mentally ill, but they may have
Now,
a point.
I'd argue that non-binary, however, is just
Coding.
ugh.
Yeah, non-binary exists in a coding language, not a freaking gender. That's hilarious.
I don't even understand that.
Yeah, I
Read
think
through
people just want to
the
be noticed.
so-called list of genders, and it reads like personality quirks, sexual fetishes, and orientations, and utter inane bullshit.
Yeah, it's gotten like they went left, they went right, then they went up and down, and now it's like a child just drawing a scribble everywhere. You don't know what people are. I was like, I'm a dot. What? I'm in love with the
new
ocean.
emo.
I'm gonna go marry. It's a new emo. Yeah, good point.
All right. There we
I
go.
identify as an Elmo doll. Okay.
You identify as a what? What did I just walk in on?
I was talking about how like making. I could put anything. I could literally attract chaos just by putting, what was it? I was like, transgender isn't a real gender. Prove me wrong. Or flat. The Earth is not flat. Prove me wrong. Just to attract all the crazies.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with too many crazies though, because crazies are crazy.
Oh, you'd be like, I'm not with crazy. Make a shirt say that. You could literally put anything on a shirt. I was talking about how my printer was coming in, and I have heat transfer paper.
Decker stomps
All
into quarters, dragging announcer behind him.
And I can make any type of t-shirt I wanted. Oh, just imagine the possibilities.
Yeah, work it out for like adults.
I mean, let me see. I have... Freaking hell, how many of these are
That was sort of dumb.
Well, hell, I don't know how many of these I have, but I could make a lot of shirts that say a lot of things.
Damn it, now Decker's injured. That's fucking stupid and gay. I should probably just reload that, because that's just fucking dumb. We're gonna reload that, because that's just too dumb. I don't want that event that makes announcer rebellious and give Decker, and that's just fucking stupid. Oh, let me go check my food. Hold on.
That's next week's t-shirt. That's stupid and gay. Oh, how many of these do I have? Oh jeez. Oh my god, this could be great. Well, it doesn't tell me, does it? This is annoying. I hate it that it says this is cool heat transfer paper, and I know what it, but it doesn't tell me how many there are. It's annoying.
All right. We'll just go reload this because I don't want to deal with. There's only so much stupid I can deal with in this game.
I agree, Master Chief.
I don't want random events that suck. I know they're random, I know they're part of the game, but it sucks, and fuck that.
Can you explain to me what you mean by sucking of that? Like some don't? Like what do you
Yeah,
mean?
some of them can be good. It's just so like 2 of the crew members got into a fight, and because of it, one of them got hurt and the other one became rebellious, which is a negative trait, which then causes problems.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
I can understand that.
Fuck all of that.
Wait, does that just happen on random, or is it like set in certain scenarios?
Yeah, it's just a random chance for something dumb to happen every now and then.
Well, that's is there like certain items or something like skill set you can buy that can prevent that?
No, it's just
Well,
random
that's
events in the. It's just random events in the game.
Oh, that's genuinely would piss me off. I don't understand that.
And the way I figure it is, if Roguetech's gonna be fucking stupid and keep being like, crash your game and update me, then I'm gonna be like, fuck you, I'm gonna ignore these random events that I don't like.
I get you. I understand.
Alright, let's see if there's any. See if there's any things that I want to go do. There's a big mission. It's a one-on-one fight that's a 4.5 star. What the fuck? It's a lot of money. Alright, so let's give this a try and see what this is. A solo duel, huh? Alright. Capellans aren't gonna like it, which is fine with me. Let's go see how this works out.
Well, like TNT, it's been a blast. I'm gonna go do something else right now. I'm trying to figure out like how many pieces of paper are in this thing I got, because it doesn't say. I know how many stupid t-shirts I can make.
There we go. That's... I don't know how this is going to work out. If this is a 4.5 star mission, I'm dropping solo.
Oh, I can make 20 sheets, so 20 shirts. Cool.
Fuck it, let's try it. Let's see if my Marauder can take this guy. Alright, douche nozzle, let's see what you got. Man, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, playing video games will do that. It actually consumes.
I wasn't hungry till I started talking about flat earthers.
Yeah, well, you deep think in that stuff, and it uses up
A lot of brain fuel.
Yeah, that's why a lot of gamers actually use.
It's not even deep thinking. It's like layman shit.
Hey, that's some deep stuff trying to Oh wait, the flat Earth. Yeah, I get that. I was.
I'm
other
convinced that a
stuff,
lot of
no.
flat earthers are just trolling people.
Oh, that I was trying to ask you this earlier.
Oh,
when you
some
talked-
absolutely. Some though are that dumb.
Hey, I was trying to ask you this earlier, Mark. So okay, so there's actual people who are just stupid, right? And then there's people that are talking about this flat Earth stuff, but they aren't stupid.
What's a
They're just
Stormcrow?
they're.
God
like,
damn it!
they're-
Quit fucking doing that! I'm not upgrading the fucking game.
They're there politically. How do you tell the political from the other part? Like, how do you tell someone's like hired politically to do stupid stuff?
Well, here's let me pose a different question.
Okay.
If somebody's doing something bad because they're doing it for political reasons, or if somebody's doing something bad because they're stupid, or because they're being paid, does it really matter why they're doing something bad? Fuck them. No,
Well,
I'm serious. It's like, if somebody's going to do something bad, does it really matter what their motivations are? They're doing something bad.
No, but it doesn't really matter. However, I'd like to stay away from certain people. And
Well,
if
just
they're-
avoid them anyway. I mean, I try to avoid dumb people as much as I can because all they do is make my life more difficult.
Okay,
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
All right,
Actually, that's a very good way to look at it.
Yeah,
Why have I not thought of this before? The freaking hell.
because you're young.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's no point in dealing with dumb people. They just waste your time. It's like we had this guy call the office today, and he sounded like he was a crackhead, and it just isn't worth dealing with him. The amount of money we could earn from him isn't worth the time that would take
What do you want?
to.
I'm starting to see why I put up with this. Okay, so here's what I trying to find out is there's like you were saying, but then there's a lot of people who like try to hide it and they do it a good job about it. So you get to know them, and then you realize, oh, these people aren't actually what their mask is very well.
What is it Carlin said? Imagine how dumb the average person is, and then realize half the population's dumber than that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that half the I know like 15% of the world's 85% of the world's population. But I just don't know.
Yeah,
how to find
half the people on the planet are below average intelligence, and average intelligence is not that smart. Alright, let's see what this guy's got on him. Mr. Jumpy Boy. It's a Blackhawk. Okay, so it's not a Stormcrow.
It's a pretty cool compound.
Would you I want to zoom in on you and not there we go.
The gravy that is a small neck.
Yeah, this really looks like a Stormcrow. I guess it's a Blackhawk. Got some sort of a Gauss rifle and
Just because you're far away.
he's got 1,000 armor. How much armor do I have?
Clock. What do you want?
Oh, I guess I've got a lot of armor. Okay. Let's go get you from a flank like that.
Alright, let's get
Do-do-do-do-do.
out.
I really don't want to build up too much heat. We're going to keep this kind of chill for now.
Somebody once told
Let's
me
see
that.
how
No, I don't know how true this is.
That wasn't very good.
You know a lot about it, so it might help. I heard like people just take water and then just take the hydrogen out of it or something like that, and that's what makes rocket fuel. Am I wrong about that?
Well, so you can make you can separate.
Hydrogen and oxygen, yes.
Yeah, water is hydrogen plus oxygen, and so if you were
What do you want?
to combine the two, you get water. And if you, I guess can I get into the water? No, I can't. I could.
If I'm not wrong, it's one of the most potent chemical reactions out there.
Yeah, hydrogen and oxygen.
Decisions and highs.
is a pretty powerful chemical reaction. You can get hydrogen by running electricity through water, and it'll separate the hydrogen from the oxygen, and then you can catch it in a container. Why are you locking up like this? God damn it! The fuck is your problem? Is this because like Roguetech's trying to upgrade and do gay shit? Come on.
Can we build one of those one of these days so I can see what it looks like?
Yeah, I did it once when I was a little kid. I blew up the kitchen. It was a bad idea. I melted a hole through the stove. Mom was really pissed.
I mean, obviously we got to go out to a field and like have a wall or something.
Well, it takes some electricity. All right, come on. What the fuck is this? Come on. Really? Fucking goddamn really? Come on. Now I'm just gonna be grumpy. I just want to play a relaxing game, and I don't want to deal with this bullshit. Are we really just gonna fucking lock up? Fucking really, Roguetech? Is this what we're doing today? Is this really what we're fucking doing? Motherfucker.
Geez, that sucks. My camera locked up earlier.
Well,
Is your game actually locking up?
Yeah, it's just Roguetech being dumb. So I'm gonna have to go quit it.
So it's an error in the game?
And then, yeah, just something fucked up. So now we'll go launch Roguetech again. I gotta redo the whole goddamn mission, but it's... No, just let me play, motherfucker. Don't fucking update. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna...
Maybe the update's why it was
I'm gonna go
up.
grab some food while I'm waiting for this. I'll be right back.
Me too. I'm gonna do the same.
I know it's gonna keep pestering me until I update it, and that's just gonna really irritate me. Because I just want to play the game. I don't want to start a new campaign. I mean, maybe it'll let me continue. Maybe it won't break things. Although last time I updated it just totally broke my game and I had to start over. Which maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to go start fresh. So now we hurry up and wait. Yeah, this is the big problem I don't like about Roguetech is that it takes so long to load stuff because it's just such a big game. But it's cool. I mean, it's a great game. I like it. It's a little bit buggy. I mean, all mods are buggy. That's just sort of how they always seem to how they always seem to work out, right?
Yeah.
So, hey Mark.
Huh.
I planted some chili peppers today.
Okay. Yeah, you told me you were planting stuff yesterday. That you're planning doing some gardening. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I got 3 avocado pits planted. One for me, one for Pip, and one for you.
Oh, I hate avocado, so.
Oh, well then I'll just give the spare one to.
Yeah, give the extra one to Pip or Christoph or somebody.
Yeah, because it'll take about 2 or 3 years to actually, like, I guess get to you and me height. It's a very long-growing tree.
Right. Well, how long are you going to be? Doesn't that mean you have to stay at the place that you're living at for that long, or are you planning to get a
Oh,
pod?
I've altered my plans quite a bit. That would my new plan is to use the next 2 months to just get a little moped, since they've now passed that law in Oklahoma.
Oh,
where I
did
can
they?
drive a
Okay.
scooter around. Yeah, I could drive a scooter around without a license.
Right on.
And then after that, I'll still have enough money to like get some land. And then after I move out, I'm gonna go to another Airbnb and save up for the peripheral.
Okay. How's that going to affect your avocado? Give me a minute to grab my steak. Hold on.
Well, I'm gonna bring my avocado. Oh, wait.
Now, if I remember right, I think if the bike's under 250 cc, you don't drive it.
Oh, it's pretty much like 50 cc. I got a little thing that I'm gonna get that says this bike is 49 cc. No license required. Actually, let me tell you exactly what it says. Give me a second. I have it on my cart. Let me see. It says.
All right, I'm back. So how's that?
It says no license plate required. 49 cc. That's me.
Yeah.
Oh no! I just literally. How does that affect it? Well, I'm bringing my.
Are you gonna be able to
avocado
bring?
plants with me.
Always good to
So is
see
it
you,
in a
Bob.
pot, or you have to dig it up?
Well, it's gonna get to a certain point where the pot isn't gonna be able to hold it. I mean,
Just get a bigger pot.
Okay.
yeah, I'll just that's what happens when the elephant sits on your fence for too long. and it
You get a
breaks.
new
Gotta get
fence.
Yeah.
All right.
But see, the way I wasn't getting into saying that for no reason. But see, that way, I can come to you and help out, still keep your lawn mowed and all that,
Right on.
and help out everyone. Because I actually, I've been around you guys for so long. You're like my family. I can't like
Well, I appreciate
away
it.
yeah, I can't stay away from you, Pip and Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay would be sad if you left.
But see, that way, getting my vehicle first helps.
Yeah.
Plus, I won't have to rely on you getting me to point A to point B.
And it could
Anymore.
be cheaper than an Uber.
Yep, cheaper than the Uber.
Right on. Well, good luck with that.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited.
You're in Dust Eddie.
Yeah, you know what? People say that.
Oh, you know
the
what?
People down
I
here
figured-
are
I figured-
dangerous. I've learned something. That's a big fat lie. I've met the most kindest people in this
People are
town.
dangerous
I've
everywhere.
Never met. Well, yeah, but like, okay, Norman, right?
I forgot
You
to
know,
turn on
living in
MSI
Norman-
Afterburner. Let's see if that helps.
Living in Norman, everybody would literally just ghost me, ignore me. I can't go a day without people acknowledging my existence down here. It makes me feel like actually like I don't get depressed.
All right. Right on.
I don't know what people were saying, but I guess it's like an African American community down here, you know. But even the African Americans are really nice to a certain degree.
Well, I mean, everybody's nice. You know, well, nice people are nice regardless of who they are, and mean people suck regardless of who they are.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
My theory is
Henry
it's
Toppletiff.
because
What the
there's
fuck kind of name is Toppletiff?
I don't
Sounds
know,
like
it
some
sounds
like
very
retarded
hilarious.
Harry Potter character name.
I love stupid names like that. It's absolutely amazing. Just like that street sign that I sent you guys in the Discord. Shamalama, or was it Shamara, or something
Yeah.
like that.
All right,
It's
let's go
such a
kick this
beautiful-
guy's ass.
Such a beautiful street sign. Toppletiff. See, now that's gonna stick in my head. I freaking love it. Toppletiff. Ever get married and have kids? Name one of my kids as its nickname Toppletiff.
Are you so pissed if somebody called me Toppletiff?
I'd just be like, alright, you know, that's gonna be the last name. I can't do that, I can't do that. But it would be funny. Henry Toppletiff.
Ow!
That is seriously, that is great.
Shot me with your
Oliveira.
Gauss rifle, you bastard.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Oliveira, that's a,
Come here, I got a present for you.
does he use too much
All right,
lotion or
let's get
something?
down to it.
That guy, that last guy? Oh, that was you. I was gonna say that was Seema's normal name, Bad Touch.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the name. That's the name of the mech. Call the mech Bad Touch because he touches people in a bad way.
Oh.
Ow!
That one hit me right in the feels. No, I can see blood.
Bad touch.
Really? Did you just shoot me in the goddamn cockpit, you motherfucker?
What do you want?
Holy fucking shit! Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it!
He
Come here,
doesn't want you to touch him.
come here, little fucker. That's gonna have me injured for a number of days. That really sucks.
Oh,
Yeah, it seems like the AI in this game has a bad habit of hitting cockpit all the time.
I have a good story for you, Mark. I don't know if I told you this one. I told other people.
Take that.
You know, one day when the store, nothing was really going on in the store, you know, no customers or anything. Me and Pip were playing Gary's mod.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I know what Gary's mod is.
yeah. Anyways, so he was just crafting something, and I was just chilling.
Let's get down to it.
I was bored out of my mind, so I decided to just view like all the creations, and I was like, "Oh, look, a nuke!" Right? And
All right,
so
you
he's trying
skanky
to build.
slut. Get some of this.
One attitude.
He's trying to build, and I just
Fall
launched
down.
like.
Come on, fall down. There we go. Now he's going down. Fuck you, bastard! Take that in your face. Sorry. I'm mad.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Oh, that did some damage.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Anyway, so I launched nuke after nuke after nuke at Pip, and he's just furious, absolutely furious, and I'm loving every step. But here's the thing: I launched so many nukes, the computer just froze. The computer froze, and it just shut down. The nukes overpowered the game so much that the computer just shut down.
Right on.
It was great. To this day, I just find that.
Oh, I hit him in the head. Look at that. No wonder he's.
What game were you playing? So I'm in the launch bunch of news.
Gary's mod. Yeah, so here's the thing. Pip would always just, while I was trying to build something, he would always just try to, like, shoot me or something, right? And I'm like, oh no. And so I decided, since he decided to load a bunch of things into the game, and nukes specifically, I was like, so he's building something, I was just casually, I was like, does this game have like missiles or something? And it's like, yeah, it does. Here's how you find it. And so I found it, right?
All right, which
And
side
I was
is your Gauss rifle on? Because that's annoying. It's
and
on
so
your
that was
left side.
That was very stupid of him to do. So what I found out, I was like, okay, now I know how to type things in. So I typed in missile, and I found out there's a lot of things. Then I typed in, wait a second, nukes,
We'll hit you
and
on
it
the side
actually
you're
pulled up
hurt
nuke.
more.
And I was like, oh, do this. So I figured I'd get him payback, you know, because he always shoot me in the leg or something on my character. So while he's trying to build things, I just launched nuke after nuke after nuke, and he's just losing.
What game is that?
This is Gary's mod, man.
Gary's
It's a
mod's
mod
kinda...
based on Half-Life source code.
Yeah, okay.
What do you want?
So you can literally, people make models that actually have certain functions attached to them to do certain things, and so you can literally download other things. Oh, it's like exactly what he said.
There we go.
But
Take
it's
that.
like Sporopedia, so you can download other people's creations and use them.
Take that, nerd.
You know, with all the you heard how people are complaining about how long it's taking Half-Life 6 to come out, or sorry, GTA 6 to come out.
They made 6 of them?
Yeah, there's
they're on
it's already on
6.
5.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the 5th one is on.
I mean,
I'm
how
thinking
many
for
times can...
Half-Life 3,
How many
man.
different ways can you mug hookers anyway?
I mean, I don't know, people are probably creative. There's only so much evil you can do before you have to get creative with it, I guess.
Like, or fuck, GTA 5 you've already got flying cars and bikes and all sorts of
Oh
shit.
yeah, I remember seeing an angel that looked like some guy with like some trucker just come down and pick me up when I died once. Stupid.
I get more accuracy, but I guess it generates more heat. That might not be a bad. We're gonna take your
GTA
medium.
5
Take
is
your medium
fun
laser.
online.
Take that.
But it stops being fun when you log in and everybody just kills you immediately. So you can't even like put on the passive mode, or you can't even get the safety because you constantly keep getting killed when you zone in, I guess is the right word.
I've never had that problem.
Dude,
Yeah.
I always have that problem. I don't know why, but it just
Well,
happens.
when I log in, I
Do
get
you have
logged
a
in with
house?
This is way back in the time when I actually had that giant apartment thing, you know, that had like 5 cars. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Now you're making me want to download GTA 5 again. I'm gonna do it.
Well, when I log into my motorcycle club building.
I don't
No,
have
I
any
don't.
friends to be able to be in a motorcycle club.
You also don't have a motorcycle.
I don't have a motorcycle IRL, but I have a motorcycle in the game.
No, you don't need a motorcycle in the you just got to do the mission to get access to the motorcycle club.
Oh, I thought you were talking about real life. I used to, when I was in college, I used to ride my bike down to the Slaughterville Bar and Grill, as a kind of this Hell's Angels bar, and I'd go I'd park my bicycle next to all the Harleys, and I'd go inside. I'd be studying. I'd be studying physics. They were so nice to me.
I'm a genius. I can have anything.
They'll be
I
like,
want.
"You study hard, so you can do something good with your life, kid." And I'd just be sitting there studying, and nobody would fucking bother me, because all my friends were terrified of going down there, and it was just a bunch of like old biker dudes.
Yeah, Mark, I'm a genius. I can have anything I want. The problem is I'm stubborn. And I want to do things in order.
Well, you're gonna have to overcome that, or
No, I know. I don't want to overcome it.
Yeah, well, then you deal with the consequences of it.
Yep, I know. Now, where is it? I need down this thing. Da-da. Oh, they already have a trailer out for the second. I mean,
What's this? This is
the BI. Wait, what?
There's another
BI?
blackout.
Account, was it that? Well, you guys played Grand Theft Auto, right?
Nope.
Not Mark. I know not you.
I'm not that interested in stealing cars.
You know, I know not you. I was talking to them.
I've only ever stolen construction equipment.
Yeah, I played the game.
Yeah, in GTA 5, you end up, well, you do steal a lot of cars. You end up buying your own.
I was dating this
done
girl
that,
who used to play GTA, and she, at one point, she stole a combine, and she was killing people by running them over the combine. It's fucking hilarious.
They just stole a couple of police officer cars and got away with it, and they sold them.
Yeah, the cops are dumb in GTA. You can ditch them pretty easy.
And then, man, all I do in this game, mostly all I do is just steal a car, you know, go to the shop and you know, make it as mine, get the insurance thing, fix it up, and then just drive around. Because when I'm pissed off at the world, that's what I do. I just chill. I just drive around GTA.
We do another.
Well, after GTA 4, the cops don't arrest you anymore.
Really?
They just kill you. Yeah, they just kill you now.
Oh, they kill you, and then when you revive, sometimes you're outside the jail, and they took in your car or something like that, impound it. You have to go get it.
Yeah, they impound your car.
You always end up at the hospital, but they do impound your car.
We could do this little duel here. I got money.
I found a little cul-de-sac you can just park a rhino tank and just annihilate the cops just willy-nilly and almost never die.
So one of the guns I found in the game that I became obsessed with, right? Look, I get it. You have rocket launchers, you have sniper rifles and all that. I became obsessed with that gun looking thing, right? You just shoot things and it just like launches them into the air.
Oh yeah, the little pulse pistol. Yeah, those are.
Yeah, I love that.
I
just went down the street shooting everything. It was fun.
I don't know if this is going to work out that well or not. Let's find out.
See, in the first Christmas of GTA 5, when people were cheating and they were posting billion-dollar bounties on people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't do that now.
Well, I survived too. And actually collected on one on a guy who was cheating, making his health regen max like ridiculous.
Hmm.
To the
You
point
actually
you
got one of them.
really could not kill him. There was no way, almost no way to one-shot kill him.
Mm.
But yeah, and they made it so you can't help people now. You can't give them stuff. Like,
I managed to. The way you did it was a rapid-fire shotgun blast at close range.
well, you know how back in the day when you died, whatever money you had in your pocket, you dropped. And
Do you have to go through the story mode completely to be able to do things on the online mode?
No,
No?
no. You just get
Oh,
to
good. I never liked the story mode.
first like 30 minutes, maybe an hour at the most, and you get to online.
I hate it that when I made my character, it gave me so
Uh-oh.
limited options. My character looks like the most dumbest person on the face of the earth. But I gave him red hair because why not?
Wait, so I don't know if redhead is.
That's
Alright,
because
so-
you create your
Red hair.
character by choosing your parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that, but everything I made just looked awful. My parents
It's not
were
a
just-
very good system.
Yeah,
No,
they're all but like ugly, and then they're actually if they were ugly, it would make sense that their kids would look very attractive. But I mean, they're not ugly. They're ugly. They're fugly ugly. They're really
Yeah.
ugly. And then
You're not
the
making
kids
it-
just look like someone just mutated.
Yeah.
the crap out of them.
You're not making a handsome character on Grand Theft Auto 5, that's for sure.
I can. I just have to make sure that it doesn't show the face.
So do I stay on the? Man, the lighting sucks here. Do I stay on the mountain or do I?
Hmm.
Full
I got an
moon.
onion dip mark with some crackers.
Okay.
It's good.
Where do
the
I wanna
Family
fight
Dollar
the
down
schmuck
there
at?
is so cheap. Fight the
I guess
schmuck.
I could just run into the middle and.
I'm jumping. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I think
Yes, I
5,000 bucks.
am.
I think $5,000 is the highest bounty you can put on people
Right
nowadays.
here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, they were cheating and they were $2.5 billion. value.
Firing up the jump jet.
It's like when you get killed, you drop like 500. It don't matter how much money's in your pocket. You drop 500 bucks.
But anyway, I survived 2 of those bounties, so I collected the
Really, you're
bounty,
dropping a thumper artillery on me? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
and I actually killed someone who had it on them.
Oh, nice.
So I bought everything I could at the time.
Yeah, might as well.
There we go. Can I get out of it by going this way?
And then
Ooh.
afterwards, Rockstar took away all my money.
Did they really?
Left me with 500,000.
I mean, you didn't give yourself the money. You got it from other. That wasn't fair. You didn't cheat to get it.
Did I get
I
hurt?
kept all my stuff though.
I guess I didn't get hurt. This motherfucker has the thumper artillery. What the hell?
Commander.
But that was the first Christmas, so there wasn't really much to buy.
Yeah.
We have something now called the enhanced version.
Yeah, they updated the graphics on it.
Still can't fix that fugly mug.
Nope.
Yeah, it's for new gen consoles.
Man, I can't find the guy that I'm.
It looks pretty good. I have it
What
on my
the
PC.
fuck? Why are you?
I'm
Fucking.
listening.
I don't play on console. I play on PC. Yeah. One of those people.
I play on console. I've actually
Yeah.
bought the game 3 times.
Wow.
I play on
Jackass
PC.
keeps launching this artillery at me. What the hell?
Well, you
I
can't go
first-
anywhere, can you?
I first
Yeah.
bought it on Xbox 360.
It was on an Xbox 360? What?
Oh yeah. Yeah, PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, I had it on
Then,
Xbox.
well,
Here
my
goes.
Well, back
360
up. We're
failed,
talking
and
about
I
5,
got
right?
a PS4.
There you are. Okay.
And I wasn't gonna get a Xbox One, so I bought it on my PS4, which was then stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
And get this. I also had like an Xbox.
What the
I've
hell
had
is
3
that
Xbox
thing?
360s.
A
The last one I
Huron Warrior?
bought
What the heck
was
is that?
an Elite because okay, my first Xbox Red Ring during the Reach beta.
You got a hatchet? Is that a hatchet and a thumper gun? What the?
What
So
the-
I bought
Right
just
here.
a basic
Mhm.
360, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing GTA 5, and it was not loading up anything fast enough.
Hauling ass.
I was outrunning the terrain loading.
It's always the hard drive with that. I've ran into that.
So I bought a 360 Elite, which looks like the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
So my apartment. So after that, I got the PS4 and another copy of GTA
All
5,
out of long-range missiles.
Mm-hmm.
and my consoles, my 360 Elite and my PS4, were stolen.
Man,
Yeah,
you
that
just,
sucks.
I feel for
And
you, man. You just
Both
your
of them,
life sucks.
both of them had GTA 5 in them.
Oh God, no.
So
Ow.
I replaced my PS4 with a PS4 Pro and bought another copy of GTA 5. So that's 3 copies of GTA 5.
The fuck? Did you
Please
knock
tell
me
at this
over?
point that
Really?
You learn to
Took a
lock up your
wound.
stuff.
My
Fucking
stuff
really?
was locked up.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, they do something stupid on you, Mark.
Are you fucking goddamn kidding me? Come here.
Oh, that thing's huge.
I'm on
That's
my way.
terrifying.
Alright, you asshole. Come here. Take it right up the
Huron
pooper.
Warrior.
Right in the pooper.
What is that thing make your ass neck?
That's right. We're gonna have a ditty party on your ass.
Man, I hope you don't get banned for saying that. Oh wait, never mind.
Really? You're gonna do another
But-
thumper artillery?
Reporting.
Yeah, Vorgath, how the hell did you get things stolen? You didn't get your everything else stolen, did you?
They stole. They
Oh,
came back.
oh,
a week
ditty party
later.
part 2. Take it right in the bum.
They also stole my portable consoles, my PSP and PS Vita.
That was a critical
I remember
hit.
those.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So then
well,
2 weeks
Vorgath?
later, they came back and stole my TV from my bedroom.
Well, Vorgath, I want to let you know that
Commander?
it's no longer the 1900s. It's 2025, and there's this magic device. It's called
Alright.
an Apple Tag. I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
know.
well, they didn't
Get
have
wrecked,
that.
asshole.
Put it now. You could either put an iPhone in your case
There we go.
or something.
Another one for the kill.
Can't really do it with the PS Vita, but like with the console, you put an iPhone in your case and make sure that it's connected like to the location thing.
What a
Or
dipshit.
you can get like a
Yeah, I know how to use them.
right. But like if you seem to get things stolen so much, you might as well want to steal things back from the people who stole from you.
No, this was 2 incidences in within 2 weeks' time. So
Who
Oh,
stole
man,
it?
I-
How did they
that's
even
rough.
get in your house to steal the shit?
I lived on the ground floor of an apartment building, and the sliding windows had grips from the outside you could use to open them.
Dude,
Like,
you just
yeah.
need to learn how to home alone an apartment.
So after
My
all this,
dog
after all this trouble,
was
you're not
not
even
a
gonna
very-
try and screw me on the pay, huh? All right. So
My dog was not a good guard dog.
Oh,
is that the little wolf dog that ate your headset?
Yes.
Look, despite what anybody says, dogs cannot actually do.
You
get
need that
yourself
killer
a wolf or a
raccoon
bear.
instead.
Yeah, no, screw it. Even if they suck, they'll at least give you the people who are trying to trespass rabies.
Thumper artillery. I don't know if I really want a thumper. This thing was kind of stupid.
But yeah, no, dogs will not actually work against people who are, really gonna go and get your stuff. I mean, with a simple kick, I could get any dog out.
Depends on the dog how big it is.
No, there's if you know how to fight, and this is very few people, but if you know how to fight, you can actually. It doesn't matter the size of something. Like if you actually know how to use force in your punches and in your kicks, keep in mind most people do not do that. I know. I've seen it.
He was a little 50-pound husky mix.
Last time I got into a fight, I just hit the guy with my car, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I'm not physically capable of fighting anymore after the cancer, so I just have to shoot you.
Yeah.
Something I've learned from a lot of my sister Sarah had this guy that she married named it was this Michael DeWalt or something like that. You know, like the drill DeWalt. But yeah, so he taught me how to actually fight, because before that, I was just using my strength, but with like no mental control, because I didn't actually, when I punched, it didn't really do any damage. But funny enough, whenever I had to defend myself after that, when I was taught how to fight, it was too powerful because I was actually using my whole body to punch. Before that,
So tempting.
I'm off,
Yeah,
guys.
people don't know how to fight. They're just
I
talking
think we're
like
gonna get
shit.
the Guardian ECM though. That's probably more useful. Oh wait, what's this? Fire control system ballistic range. What? What does this do? 15% increased ballistic range. That's kind of cool.
Also, if you gave that dog that was guarding you like a treat,
the
that
guard
would also
ECM.
work. The dog would be,
I don't know, we
distracted.
got lots of
with
stuff.
the treat, and you could steal stuff. Plus, doors aren't really that safe if you can use a knife as a fulcrum to open it. So.
Oh, they came in through the window. Like I said, it was easy to open from the outside and remove the screen.
That's why Oklahoma has a make my day law. Somebody tries
Yeah.
to come in your house, you're gonna shoot
Kill
them.
'em.
Yeah, but you see, I was on a road trip about 3 hours away.
Yeah.
That kind of Yeah, anybody comes to my house, they're going to get greeted with a 12 gauge shot.
Yeah.
If I ever had a home and they came into my house, I wouldn't just shoot them. I would use them as my next test subject. Maybe I could learn something scientific.
Well, if you-
I'd strap them to like a bed to be like, okay, let's see how you tick, right? But then once I'd make sure that they're put back together.
You're going to get a house with a
Did you
basement.
like that? Let's go again.
You're going to get a house with a little secret basement, so you have your little lab underneath your house.
Oh, goodness.
I'd learn like everything. I mean, all I'd have to do to keep people out would just be like to set up like one of those rope guns or something that I have like a little password for or something. You know, that if they try to come in, they get shot.
So this
Just
is
have
your
a
basic
like-
attack and defend.
Yeah, I may look kind and compassionate and come off at it, but I'm like the most sane. Like I'm like if you had a psychopath and a sociopath, they got together, they made a baby, and that baby has the mindset of both, but complete control under both to where it's like perfect sanity. And paranoia, but weaponized. That's my brain. But nobody knows it because I come off so quirky, kind, and passionate.
I don't know if
It's
you want to
3:20
admit to
here.
that stuff on a live stream.
Yeah, really. But it's 3:20 here. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys
I don't
later.
care.
All right.
If people come after me,
Thanks
I'm
for
very-
hanging out, and feel free to come down to the Space Alliance thing tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm trying to work my way that way.
Yeah, just shoot me a message on Discord if you're gonna come.
All right, have a good night, guys.
All right.
Good night.
This one kind of looks easy, and I can get people experience.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot you were live streaming. I didn't mean to scare you and all that.
You're not scaring me. I'm not worried about
okay.
it.
Well, then I'm fine. If somebody came after me, it was a perfect situation for a fight. Get to strengthen my fists.
I'll do this. I'm just gonna go for money.
And if they have the gall to try to steal something, I get to flamethrower their entire house. I have a lighter. I have charcoal.
Alright. Let's go and find our peeps.
And then if they take me to jail, I have the benefit and boon to burn down to spend like about maybe 2 weeks there looking for
The
weaknesses.
problem is that
exploiting
because
them.
you're saying this stuff on a live stream, people might accuse you of it being premeditated.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, one should be
If anybody-
careful about
if-
what they.
If anybody ever asks, just like say, oh, he's just a guy that's talking in a lot of scenarios just because he likes to think.
I'm just gonna say that you're crazy and that you weren't thinking about it.
Yeah, that'll work. Do that. Say that.
Yeah, there you go.
I was hyper focusing and I totally forgot you were on live stream.
Let's do these two.
I need to figure out how to do video editing.
VLC Media, or not VLC, MOAVI is pretty easy. It's not that hard. I mean,
Or you could download the free app of Windows Movie Maker. That's how we always did it back in middle school.
let's have you and the dervish. Then I need. Man,
Next
this
time you
thing
live-
here. I really don't even want to.
Then I just start making videos on my Facebook feed and just dunking on flat earthers.
There you
I
go.
mean, I'd at least like to get my land and a vehicle before like people decided to start basically pulling the control scenarios on me and putting me in like
2
court
ER
cases
large
and jail.
lasers.
Because unlike Ed,
This
I'm
thing.
way much more smart and way much more people oriented. Like I could take their whole brain, level it up in my head, and know every single scenario that they're gonna do in every single possible situation.
Let's go.
They can surprise me on
this thing.
one scenario. All they have to do is just like get me into a surprise scenario where they got me, and then I'm immediately playing it all through my head.
Okay. Let's see, where did I get my striker?
People are
Get
so
Decker in
fascinated.
here. Where's get my little weird vehicle with Gramps in there?
With Gramps.
Yeah, with Grandpa. Yeah, we're gonna put you inside the.
And launch him
the
into
battle
send
armor.
him into retirement.
There we go. And then.
And that is my dark side.
No, Jim doesn't like to play with us anymore.
He's been.
What happened to Jim?
I don't know what he's been doing a lot of World of Warcraft Classic, I think.
Yeah, I always see him on there. I tried to say hi, he never responded.
Oh.
I forgot, Vorgath. You're one of the people that just seems cool.
Rhino battle armor. Longinus. Oh, so you're the guy in the Rhino battle armor. And that's this. Okay, so you're in there. What's the Longinus?
Isn't that the name of the biblical spear?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out
I
what
was thinking
this...
that too.
Oh, maybe it's this thing. Who's driving?
He's driving third. He's on third or he's on fourth.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so you've got. Maybe this thing. All right, then who can drive that tank? You're driving the Hetzer. We don't want you in the Hetzer.
I forgot I was gonna go do things. I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Hey, you too. Oh, are you gonna bring by my kiln and stuff tomorrow?
Either tomorrow or the next day. Just depends on what I have a free moment.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, good night.
Peace. Thanks for doing that, and and catching me before I said something stupid.
No problem. You have a nice day.
You as well. Bye.
Let's see here. Because I don't think she can... Oh, wait, maybe I can... Can I... Doesn't have any more battle armor mounts, but she can just hang out in the... Well, that doesn't... I guess we'll pop you in here, and I don't have another vehicle slot. I'm not gonna put you in the Hetzer, I guess. Guess we'll leave that out. Alright, let's try this. Well, that was certainly a special adventure, wasn't it?
The game running smoother now that you've reloaded?
Yeah, so far. I was talking about our conversation for the last 2 hours. I did not expect. I thought I was going to log on and play some BattleTech. I didn't realize I was going to log on and have a very unique conversation with everybody. But that's okay. I'm probably deploying too many units. I probably don't need this many. The fuck, Earwig? I don't... Damn it, we're getting back into earwig season. I hate earwigs. That's one of the big problems about Oklahoma is we have earwigs. There's not a whole lot you can do about them. Well, real stupidity beats artificial intelligence every time.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright, let's see what we got going on.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, it's a whole lot of hostiles. Okay, they'll keep coming. Only way to stop the propellant attacks is destroy the base that they're staging from. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Got friendly turrets on the base. There's a delay not stop the assault. Once the base is destroyed, then we can evac or clean up the stragglers. Alright. Alright, so that... Alright, so we have to destroy this base. We have to defend this base. And go to the evac. Keep on... Alright, so I could drop down here. It's probably better if I just drop down here and march towards them. Alright. Well, we got a big enough force. This shouldn't be a big... What's a Mercury? That's some sort of small thing, it looks like. Doesn't have a lot of armor. Cyclone. Scott. Those are not very powerful. Scorpion tank. Are there any VTOLs? Alright, so I think what I want to do, since we've got our 12 evasion right now, from our, no, we don't have our 12 evasion.
Commander?
That's interesting. We don't have our first turn modifier, do we?
Aye, aye.
Alright, so we're gonna go... I'm gonna keep you kind of back a bit.
Affirmative.
Receiving you. Location confirmed.
Let's keep everybody in the trees for the first turn if we can. Trying to avoid unnecessary damage.
Yes, Commander.
Please don't lock up on me.
As you wish. Waiting for orders.
Oh, here's...
Yes, Commander.
Let's have you fly off
Go
to
into
the
full
side.
throttle.
We'll just kind of divert around. And you're going to go try and take out that base.
Ah, God, I was sleeping. What do you
Oh, no,
want?
sleeping. What do you want? I love him. I love Grandpa Tex.
You're asking a lot of an old guy.
Awaiting orders.
Ready for orders. Here we go.
get our hunchbacks ready.
What's up, boss?
These things are just so hunchy looking with that big ass
I'm listening.
cannon on them, or the big ass missile rack.
Affirmative.
Commander.
Okay. Surely that thing can't be that big.
Ready for orders. Acknowledged.
Duncan Fisher here.
Alright, Duncan Fisher. Let's, I could jump him up on top of this and get a lot of shots off, but probably better to keep
Up
you
and away.
keep you in cover. Scorpion might be a little annoying, won't it?
Waiting for orders. Let's get airborne.
Okay. So, next turn will be the first real turn of fighting. And then I gotta figure out...
Yes, boss?
Right, he's inside the vehicle. Yeah, I'll just have you reserve.
Standing by.
Alright, so... let's see what we got here. So this Mercury has small laser, medium laser. He's not really that important. Cyclone, medium laser, Lerm 5. These guys beat up or something? They might be. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Yigadish TSEMP cannon. I don't know what that is, but that... I'm a little suspicious of that. I don't know what that is. I kind of think we want to take his ass out. Oscop, medium laser, he's not a big deal. Scorpion, light AC-2's machine gun, he's not a big deal. Here's the base building that we got to take out. That's Scorpion, Lerm 5, Streaks, he's got some sort of stealth armor, he's not that big of a deal. Destroy reinforcements, wave 3, so we have to... that's the building we gotta blow up. Alright, so what I kind of want to take care of is this asshat here. It doesn't look like very good odds to hit.
On the move.
I really don't want to move my Raven up here in the open, but let's just wreck this guy and hope for the best. Got a little bit of something.
Out of SRM.
Good to go.
Alright, Decker. Not really any... oh, here we go. I can go...
Roger that.
it's a little bit on the crazy side. Yeah, let's go get him.
Receiving you.
Hunchback Brothers. Let's go walk up here.
Position confirmed.
And I don't want to find out what this cannon is. Let's just take this guy out. Or we'll miss a lot. That works, I guess. He's starting to get kind of beat up.
Ready for orders.
Really don't want to shoot through you. If I were to sprint... next to him this way. Let's do that. Alright, that solved that problem.
Hostile eliminated.
That's right. Alright, so we're never gonna find out what that TS-EMP cannon is, but it sounded bad, and I don't particularly want to deal with it.
Reporting.
Do I have my arrow 4? My arrow 4 is ready, so I could.
Certainly.
Let's get this guy hauling ass.
Firing.
There we go, a little bit of damage.
What's up, boss?
Now these guys aren't really super powerful. But what we could do is I could take this guy around behind.
Going full throttle. Taking the shot.
Let's just start taking this guy out.
Duncan Fisher here.
Alright, Duncan Fisher. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go nail this guy right here.
Lighting them up.
Not great, but alright.
Yes, Commander.
Ah, God, I was sleeping. What do you want?
Let's go.
You're asking a lot of an old guy.
This guy.
buttons and you can't stop me.
I'm gonna press all the buttons. You can't stop me.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, battle armor PPC. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, she doesn't have anything to shoot at.
Roger that. Yeah. Location confirmed.
What do we got here? It's 4%. Now it's 26%. That's not bad. 26%. I mean, I can just start nailing these buildings.
Here you go. I believe that is done with that.
That is done with that, indeed.
Standing by. Here we go.
So, there's still plenty of time for 46, 52. Let's do you.
Roger that.
That wasn't great.
Take that.
Alright.
Good to go. On my way. Locking in all weapons.
That got a little bit.
Solid connection on that one.
That was a solid connection. Ooh, that kind of hurt a little bit, didn't it? Just a little bit. Oh, did somebody fall over? I guess somebody fell over. That was kind of weird.
How's it going?
I guess we're gonna shoot at you. Sure, why not? Get some.
Think I hit something good.
Yeah, I bet you felt that. Fucking landmines. Those are annoying. Those are super annoying. Ow. kind of hurt a little bit. Good thing I've got a lot of armor. Yeah, buddy, you put your back to the turrets. That maybe wasn't so smart.
Yes, Commander.
Light AC-2 machine guns. Cyclone. We're just gonna go take you out.
On my way.
Here you go. Get some of this.
We'll go.
There you go. That's gonna be a bad day for you.
Hope we can salvage that.
Yeah, probably not. He's probably pretty screwed.
What's up, boss?
Decker.
On the move.
Here we go.
Let's see how you like this. Think I hit something good.
You did hit something good.
Commander? Waiting for my opening.
Confirmed. Roger.
Let's go start taking that out.
Receiving you. What's the plan? Confirm.
Okay.
Target confirmed.
There we go. So that'll get our barrage in there.
Good to go.
Could probably delay and get.
Standing by.
Here, let's go jump behind you and give you a bad day.
Up high. Putting one in.
That didn't really hit that well, did it? Well, I got some engine hits.
Scored.
Oh, he ejected. There we go. Good job. That must have been an engine hit.
Standing by.
Oh shit, I didn't want to hit that.
Might
Damn
have to
it.
do the rest.
Oh, damn it. That was my bad.
You're asking a lot of an old guy.
That's my bad. I'm stupid.
I'm gonna push all the buttons and you can't stop me. I broke him like my hip.
I broke him like my
Commander?
hip.
Roger that. Here goes.
Let's go finish you off, please. Thank you.
That there's a kill.
I guess there was.
Duncan Fisher here.
Are you on the ground? You are on the ground. That kind of sucks to be you, doesn't it? I guess we're gonna go for your let's go right for your side torso and just take this out.
Lighting them up.
That was a good shot.
Something just went boom.
Something did just go boom.
Standing by.
Shoot at buildings or %. Yeah, we'll take the shot.
Roger.
Oh, there we go. That's even better.
Aye, aye.
Alright, so that's gonna...
Take that.
Yeah, he ejected. That's gonna be it for you.
Yes, Commander.
Let's turn off the PPC and let you have it. Well, that got some hits.
Target's taking a critical hit.
That wasn't so bad.
Standing by.
She can't see hit anything, so...
Affirmative.
Commander? Roger that.
Let's go.
Got it.
Fire that. Hopefully that barrage will take out some of it. Now we got 2 of the buildings with it. That wasn't so bad. That weren't so bad at all.
Awaiting orders. Engaging target.
All right.
Enemy down.
That's
No
not
short-range
so
missiles
bad.
remaining.
Let's do this. Yes, Commander. Ready for orders.
Not really sure what we're gonna do with you. I guess we're just gonna try and just start moving towards the target. You guys have already pretty much done your job.
Orders? Commander?
We're just gonna go this way. It's scary.
Yes, Commander. Full speed, no target. Firing on target.
There we go. All right. So I have all the friendly.
Affirmative.
We'll just hit reserve a lot and see if it. I mean, I think we got all the
Waiting for the shot.
baddies down. This wasn't so bad.
Whatever you say.
I think it's gonna actually make me go to the evacuation spot.
Waiting for the shot.
Yeah, it looks like it will.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Commander. Taking a protective stance. Understood. Moving fast. You have orders?
Do I even have 15 squares to put all the
Aye,
people in there?
Duncan Fisher here. Heading that way.
I don't know what that red line around him is. Foggy afternoon. I was gonna active for okay.
Commander. Affirmative.
Yeah, this is probably just way overkill.
Ready for orders. On it. Copy that.
Time for the aerial cam.
Moving to position. Confirmed. I'm going.
I'm going.
Moving out.
You're asking a lot of an old guy.
Location confirmed.
Minimum distance 100 and...
Certainly.
Hunkering down. Moving to position.
Copy that. Confirmed.
Position confirmed.
You're asking a lot of an old guy.
Keeping it cool.
I think they just had to get 2 more guys in.
Next!
Aye, aye.
There we go.
Keeping my heat low.
That wasn't so bad. That weren't so bad at all.
Mission successful.
Move, shoot it if it doesn't get behind it. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We got some money. Got some salvages. Let's just disassemble all this stuff. Is there anything here that I even want? Light AC2s. Not really. Medium lasers are always good. Tag is good. Beagle probe is good. Standard engines. 2 engines. These are going to be... That's money. Just take 2 standard engines, get money out of it. Remote drone dispenser. I really don't want that. I'm gonna grab the Beagle probe. I think I'm gonna take the engines. These are worth 400,000 apiece. There we go. So we got some stuff. That's not bad. Alright, well. This is a nice little kind of warm up to the game. It's getting late. I think it's time for me to go to bed. I gotta be up in the morning. I gotta do some stuff at the office. Hope everybody had a good time. I had fun. This wasn't so bad. I miss playing Roguetech. It's frustrating with that update bullshit, but this wasn't so bad. So I'm gonna see everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow is, well, later today is Saturday. We'll be doing something. And you know, maybe we'll do some Mech Warrior, maybe we'll do some Ultimate Animal. We'll just kind of see what people want to do. Maybe I'll go to sleep. I don't know. I want to do something tomorrow. But guys, thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great evening. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. And I really wish that this stupid version thing would quit. So, I'll see everybody later. Goodbye.